Ghana's biggest conversation.
Oh man, daughters of glorious Jesus. It's a beautiful start to your morning, and the message is very simple from the evergreen daughters of glorious Jesus. For wasam to irradiating. You know, yesterday's business sense Bernard shared with us was one that stayed with me. From Jeremiah 33 verse 3, it says, "Call on me and I'll answer you, and I'll show you great and mighty things that you do not know." And then he went on to say that when you make that call on God, you get two things. Number one, you get a response. Number two, you get a reward, because he will show you great and mighty things. So don't wait till it's too late before you put your matters before him, whether it's personal, it's family, it's corporate. There is always help out there. So don't suffer in silence. Don't perish in silence. And don't do harm to yourself. Always reach out. That's why we are here. 0539 986 996. Business sense for you this morning. Reach out. Reach out. But there is always help. This morning, some are reaching out. They said they do not have lights. They don't have power. They couldn't prepare well for work. They're wearing different pair of shoes and socks. Others are wearing fugu because they didn't press their shada. They didn't expect the lights to go out. The Business Sense is brought to you by ABSA. We will find help for you with respect to this power issue. We'll be talking to the relevant people, hoping to get some information. This is the second time, almost a nationwide outage, and we will need to get some answers. So join us. Thank you for keeping your dial on 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Caleb Kuda. 0539 986 996. That's the number. The Business Sense was brought to you by Absa Bank. Don't let borrow me small coins ruin long-term relationships. Say yes to I can afford it feeling. That I can afford it feeling. Yeah, say yes to it. With an Absa credit card. With an Absa credit card, you get up to 55 interest-free days, flexible limits, free card swipes, and worldwide acceptance to pay now and sort it out later. Visit an Absa Bank branch to apply for an Absa credit card today. Your story matters, Absa. My friend Akotobuafo is in the studio with Richard the last guy.
What is it?
Which one?
The darkness, no? Where is it?
I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but
no, the last time I was asking
you whether there's been any explanation from Gridco.
Inquired from Gridco, but I was told they're on recess. Are they still on recess?
Yes. The speaker has recalled them for a week-long sitting.
And then please, during that week, they should ask what happened the last time and what has happened this time.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a certain scale of blackout that should be considered beyond regular fault and explanations.
Absolutely.
So there's something they're hiding.
we know things.
Based on what I know.
We know things. But it is not our place. Okay, Parliament should do its job. Or the appropriate PURC and co should do their job and get answers for the general public as to what is happening with the national grid and why large parts of the country have gone off for... This is the second time we've had this particular episode in a month and a half, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, if it's a regular doom, so we know what a regular doom so is. This morning I saw it was one of those, you know. So I looked out my window. I was like, oh,
it's all over the place.
No. I looked out of my window and because I was in the study, and then it was dark. I thought maybe the usual half my neighborhood, half. So I moved up. So when I moved up, that I realized that
it was a menace.
The thing had reached boundaries unknown and horizons yet to be discovered.
Yeah.
So we need them to do something for us on this matter.
It's a serious matter because it's also a national security matter.
Yeah.
I mean, if power can go off just like that and no real explanations are given, then it raises many issues. And I hope that the people who matter in this particular space can provide us with some meaningful response to what exactly we are demanding.
While we pursue that, I have good news for you two gentlemen.
Oh, tell me about it.
Now, the newspaper review has 2 sponsors these days.
So
Ghana is building. You say Zion. Ghana is building.
Zion.
Ghana is moving.
Zion.
Ghana deserves the best.
Zion.
That is why Zondatech Ghana Limited. So what on
this zone down there, you know me free. First person will tell the small guy in the small room. So that he will tell the guy at the top. He knows what to do.
Exactly.
All I will say to Zonda is Zonda Wine. You say Zonda Wine.
Zonda Wine.
Zonda Wine.
Zonda Wine.
Zonda Wine.
Zonda Wine.
Nice.
So welcome to Zondatech Ghana Limited. We are your one-stop automobile shop and proud operators of an impressive automobile assembly plant in Ghana. From heavy-duty trucks powered by global giant Sinotrack to premium SUVs and pickups from Great Wall Motors and Cherry. We have dependable light-duty trucks by Forland to world-class construction equipment from Shantui and Sunny Group. Zondatech delivers top-most quality brands assembled right here in Ghana with affordable luxury you can trust. We're built to international standards, supporting Ghanaian jobs, driving Ghana's industrial future. Whether you're expanding your fleet, building infrastructure, growing your agribusiness, or upgrading your personal drive, choose strength, choose quality, choose locally assembled excellence. Zondatech Ghana Limited, proudly assembled in Ghana, driven by excellence. Zonda Hwahi. Now, why stress when you can dig the soft life? Fidelity Digital Banking. We give you the mobile app. You can use the mobile app to send money, pay your bills, buy airtime and data. You can also pay with GHQR, shop securely with our Fidelity Visa card, and even get instant support from Kukua, our WhatsApp banking assistant, wherever you are. Sign up with the Fidelity Digital Banking today. Dig the soft life. Fidelity Bank will live with us. So, gentlemen, where do you want to start from this morning?
Front page of the Daily Guide. We'll start from my Twitter handle where everybody says they don't have light. Kuma from Tamale to Accra, everybody says they don't have light.
Yeah.
I've had complaints from the Western region. I've had complaints from the Ashanti region, from the Northern region. I've had somebody from Obuasi. Everybody says Kusu. Front page of the Daily Guide. Sami Jemfi also is everywhere Kusu. I want to appear in Parliament. Sami Jemfi, this over 22 billion Ghana City gold sales loss. You can't claim gains and deny losses. Minority to Gold Board CEO and Apenya Market also on the front page of the paper. Won't you miss bill pending appeal pushed to October 15. AI disinformation threaten journalism. GJA president. Governments must not compromise Achimota Forest. Nana Jumo Sapon. Nana Jumo, I back you with 10,000 sheep. Sheep. 10,000.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times. Gold Board dismisses 22 billion Ghana Cedi loss claim. Says it recorded 907 million Ghana cedis in operational surplus. I hope journalists will just go beyond what he said, what somebody else said, and actually do
the work on
proper.
The numbers.
Yeah, I mean, these things, they are sometimes anyway. There's another story here that says government rallies nation to fight youth drug abuse. And then Dr. Binker chairs New Times Cooperation Board. Her photograph is here on the front page this morning. And a warning to people living with BP. There's a story here that says uncontrolled BP fuels stroke and kidney diseases, according to a cardiologist.
Front page of the Daybreak newspaper this morning, Gold War. And there are photographs of Sammy Gyamfi, Gold Board CEO, and Alexander Afenyo-Markin, minority leader. Sammy Gyamfi admits losses after raining wild insults on Afenyo-Markin. GGR 77 June 4 calls for stronger ethical journalism as digital media transforms industry.
The Chronicle, go away, aka go away you. Disabled graduates refuse to hand over petition to presidential aid. Oh, Asami, I think we need to actually do something about. Look, the president's authority is exercised either by himself or through a person appointed or assigned by him. Yeah. You understand? So at any material time that the president says, even if the president says I should go and face you and collect a petition, that, with the greatest respect, is the president standing before you. So this business of, go and bring somebody proper, it's completely unacceptable. It is wrong. If the president was available to receive the thing himself, he would have done so. So let's not be doing these kinds of things. It's not the best. Also on the front page this morning, Gold Board did not make losses in 2025 against Sammy Gyamfi, and Customs Commissioner visits Tema collection to boost revenue.
Front page of the National Enquirer this morning, Julius Debra says intensify counseling. And he's been speaking to churches. He was in Abetifi with some executives of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. Burial of MP's Deputy CEO, Dramani Bukari, set for today.
Right. Okay, so let me take you online then very quickly. We'll start with citynewsroom.com. Widespread power outage hits parts of Ghana again. I'm sure the papers didn't get this one. And Galamsey Methodist Church calls for action beyond prayers. AMA bans Aboboya from using inner lanes on Accra roads. Wuntumi's incarceration won't stop his NPP chairmanship bid. This is Dr. Palgrave Boachidankwa speaking. Gold Board law says taxpayers may have to recapitalize BOG. This is Professor Bokpin. And on the Gawa strike, they've suspended it to allow further talks with the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. Still on Gold Board, Professor Bokpin says Gold Board necessary, but government must make it more cost efficient. And Dr. Edusa Kodia says Gold Board BOG should share DGPP losses. Now, the 24-hour economy secretariat says we have no jurisdiction over the 24-hour markets. And on the big push, Suhini says government expects more road projects to be completed by 2027. AMA deploys task force to check illegal fare hikes by drivers. That's on citynewsroom.com. If you go to Channel 1 News online.com, $10.9 billion gold bond inflows are not spendable money. Professor Bokpin again, and he says BOG's balance sheet cannot be sacrificed for quasi-fiscal activities. Now, most big push contractors are ahead of schedule. This is Suhini. Unemployed graduates with disabilities demand dedicated clearance for public sector jobs. And Afenyo-Markin says Ghanaians asked for figures. They were given insults. This is on the Gold Board matter. AI must never replace journalists. This is journalists' judgment and accountability. Kwesi Pratt is speaking here. I will go to prison in his brain. Sammy Gyamfi fires back at Afenyo-Markin. These are on Channel 1 News online.com. And there's an interesting one here. The 25 Ghana cedi lunch. How Ghanaians are rewriting the economics of eating at work. The High Street Journal is focusing on the things that really are dear to everyone. And home ownership for average Ghanaian workers, a mathematically impossible tense. Home ownership for the average Ghanaian, mathematically, Charlie. And Ghana targets 1,000 megawatts nuclear power to support industrial growth. These are the stories on the High Street Journal this morning. If you go to my journal online, they also have early morning blackout disrupts power supply across several regions. That's the story here. And there are other stories here as well. I serve you a few very quickly. Okay, it's freezing. Gentlemen, let's get into
Well, we can start off with the story about the blackout. I think let's start off with that.
Let me start with that, and that's online on citinewsroom.com. So very quickly, story says that Kobna Wilson writes that several parts of Ghana were plunged into darkness in the early hours of Thursday, August 20, following a widespread power outage that affected households, businesses, and essential services across multiple regions. In Accra, communities including Adabaka, Weija, Tesana, Achimota, Jolu, Legon, Medina, Denta, and Ayarefa were among the areas affected, with residents reporting power outages from around 4:15. There are other places that are affected that people have reported on social media as well. And the disruption was not limited to the capital. We have reports of outages also emerging from Ebri in the eastern region, Tamale in the northern region, and parts of the central and the Shanti regions. The cause of the outage is not immediately known, and power sector agencies have yet to provide details on what triggered the disruption or when electricity supply will be fully restored to all affected areas. Now, Thursday's outage is the second major disruption to the national power system in less than a month. On July 29, 2026, several parts of the country experienced a similar widespread outage at around the same time of day, affecting communities in Accra, Tema, Kaswa, and parts of the Ashanti and Eastern regions. So that's how Kobna Wilson captures it on citinewsroom.com.
We hope that there will be some answers provided to the queries we have made this morning. Let me take you to the front page of the Ghanaian Times and straight to page 13, which has details of their lead story. Gold Board dismissing 22 billion Ghana cedi claim and saying it recorded 907 million Ghana cedis in operational surplus. Yao Petechi, reporting for the paper, says the Ghana Gold Board has dismissed claims by the minority that it incurred a 1.7 billion US dollar loss from its operations under the domestic gold purchase program in 2025. Now, the board described the allegation as misleading and an attempt to undermine its contribution to the economic transformation agenda of the President John Dramani Mahama-led administration. Now, it said, contrary to the allegation, it recorded an operational surplus of some 907 million Ghana cedis and an overall profit of 5.4 billion Ghana cedis for the 2025 financial year. Now, Gold Board said the figures were contained in the Auditor General's annual report and financial statements of the board for the year ended December 31, 2025. Now, the minority also responded.
Yes, you on page 3 of the Daily Guide. The minority in Parliament has accused the Chief Executive Officer of Gold Board, Sami Jemfi, of attempting to take credit for the economic gains associated with the domestic gold purchase program while distancing the institution from the financial losses reportedly incurred under the program. The minority said Gold Board could not claim responsibility for positive developments such as the appreciation of the cedi, increased foreign exchange reserves, and declining inflation, while describing itself merely as an agent when the program's losses were brought into question. Quote, an institution that claims authorship of the benefits cannot describe itself as a passive agent when the costs are counted, the minority leader Alexander Fenyomarkin said in a statement issued yesterday. And speaking of the same matter, Sami Jemfi himself on page 3 of the Daily Guide has another angle, and he says that he wants to appear in Parliament. He said the Public Accounts Committee already had the authority to invite him to explain Gold Board's operation and respond to the allegations.
Yeah. Look, what you see, the point I made much earlier. Look, the issue is that there is a loss. If you read the documents black and white and some rigorous analysis is done, every journalist worth his salt will come to the conclusion that there is a loss. As to whether it is Gold Board or it was some other, it simply appears in the document as sitting on the books of the Bank of Ghana. Now, journalists have a role to play in this particular matter to explain these issues to Ghanaians.
Yeah,
that these are the issues.
On the
but to say, oh, he said this and that person dismissed it, and these are front page stories without telling the Ghanaian people what these issues are.
Yeah.
It is troubling. We should not just reduce the journalism to he said, and then that is the matter. Oh, he said, go with you. He said, no. let us do a much more thorough job as journalists, because that is our role.
We've been doing that on the point of view last night. Bernard spoke to the people who matter. BOG balance sheet cannot be sacrificed for quasi-fiscal activities, for example, is one of the conversations that came out of that interview. Professor Bokpin, who is an economist and professor at the University of Ghana Business School, he raised concerns over what he describes as the use of the Bank of Ghana's balance sheet to undertake quasi-fiscal activities, warning that the practice is not sustainable. Now, according to him, the losses incurred under the domestic gold purchase program have contributed to pressure on the central bank's financial position, with the ultimate burden potentially falling on taxpayers. There was a total breakdown of the issues, very understandable on the point of view last night.
That was a very enlightening conversation.
And watch it, and you will get all you need to know.
Let's talk journalism a bit on page 6 of the Daily Guide, and also a story from our own City newsroom. On page 6 of the Daily Guide, AI disinformation threatens journalism, which is guy, pay attention. The president of Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Kwabena Jomfo, has identified the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence, misinformation, and disinformation as major threats to journalism and public trust. He said although technology had transformed the ways news was gathered, produced, and consumed, the growing use of AI also presented new challenges for the media industry. Also, staying with the media, the National Media Commission reconstitutes boards of state-owned media organizations. You find that on City Newsroom. So quickly, Professor Samuel Attah-Mensah is chairing the graphic company. It also has Emmanuel Oseofosu, Richard Asamoah-Mensah, Frederick Kofi-Roxon, and Dr. Kaminta Beze as members. Francis Mills is chairing the GBC board. Dr. Kwame Anof Nto, Dr. Kwame Kufu Anof Nto is chairing the GNA board, and it has Mercy Catherine Jabin, Francis Dazi Jr. and Professor Ajosika Na Amankwa is also there. Professor Ajosika Yana Amankwa was a trainee teacher at Pempe College back in the day.
Wow.
She was teaching. She taught me English.
Amazing.
When I was in Form 2. It's good to see her here. Okay, good one there. And Dr. Charity Binka chairs New Times board as well.
We wish them well.
Yes. So let me take you to some other stories. A troubling development within the youth space. And the state says that they are doing something about it. Drug abuse, drug use, and related matters. Page 12 of the Ghanaian Times says, government rallies nation to fight youth drug abuse. Eugene Ampiel writes for the Ghanaian Times and says the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, Mr. George Opariado, has called for a concerted national effort to tackle drug abuse among the youth. Now, he described the growing menace as a threat to families and national development. He said the government would intensify education, advocacy, and other interventions to prevent young people from abusing drugs, while urging the youth to take responsibility for protecting themselves and their peers from substance.
Let me stay with the youth
forum.
Yes.
Hosted in Accra yesterday.
Great. I'll stay with the youth. Take our attention to unemployed graduates with disabilities. They are demanding dedicated clearance for public sector jobs. So the Coalition of Unemployed Graduates with Disabilities has called on the government to secure dedicated financial clearance for between 400 to 500 qualified persons with disabilities to facilitate their recruitment into the public sector. The coalition said the dedicated clearance would help prevent qualified graduates with disabilities from being overlooked in general public sector recruitment. Speaking on Eyewitness News yesterday, convener of the Coalition of Unemployed Graduates with Disabilities, Gilbert Boateng, said the group wants financial clearance specifically allocated for persons with disabilities so that eligible graduates can be posted directly to public institutions. Sky, please add your voice to this.
Yeah, that's why I'm backing that with all the force I can command. It is very important. And talking about unemployment and related matters, yesterday, some of our compatriots who have issues with sight ability.
They are the ones I just read about.
Yeah, that's right. But I want to read the other angle, which
this one we know it's okay. The substantive matter is that they want to get clearance fast. As for who will take the petition, it's a pressing matter.
Yeah, they are following from what the MPP did last time. This is not cool.
We beg, forgive us, our sisters, but focus on our main concerns.
Okay, so let's go to some other stories.
Okay, then let me take you to page 3 of the National Enquirer, where Julius Deborah is urging churches to intensify counseling. He called for stronger efforts to address the social and environmental consequences of illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey. Now, this brings me back to the Daily Guide on page 6. Governments must not compromise Achimota Forest. Friends of rivers and water bodies, a non-governmental organization, has commended the government for restoring the Achimota Forest to its original legal status as a forest reserve, describing the decision as an important victory for environmental protection and the future of Accra. An interview, the president of Friends of Rivers and Water Bodies, Nana Jumosapon, commended the president for described as a bold, responsible, and necessary decision. According to him, the Achimota Forest must not be viewed simply as a piece of valuable land within Accra, but as an essential environmental asset whose benefits extend far beyond its immediate location. And I'm saying I'm supporting this call. Protect Achimota Forest. The way Accra is getting flooded, especially those parts. If we allow people to continue eating into that forest, people will wake up one day and they'll be swimming. Those who live in that area, you will swim. So you should be interested.
Let me bring you 2 stories of interest very quickly. The High Street Journal, the 25 Ghana cedis lunch, how Ghanaians are rewriting the economics of eating at work. So Ghanaian workers are adjusting their lunch habits as meals costing 25 Ghana cedis to 70 cedis put pressure on daily budgets. Now, despite easing inflation, workers are carrying food from home, buying smaller portions or skipping meals, highlighting the wider strain of food costs on household finances, workplace productivity, and food vendors.
Is that 001 or 010?
This is 001. You drink a lot of water and that you heavy. So at lunchtime in Ghana's busy commercial districts, the most important question for many workers is no longer simply what to eat. It is whether lunch is worth the money. A meal that once fitted comfortably into the daily budget can now compete with transport, airtime, rent, school fees, and other household obligations. Now, for some workers, the response is to carry food from home. Others buy smaller portions, share meals, eat once during the workday, or simply postpone lunch until they return home. Now, the 25 Ghana cedi lunch has therefore become more than a price point. It is a window into how Ghana's urban workforce is adjusting to the economics of everyday life as workers make increasingly deliberate choices about what they can afford to eat during an 8-hour workday. And the other story of concern is how home ownership for average Ghanaians has become a mathematically impossible task.
Yeah, I've started thinking about that.
Oh, Charlie, brother, I'm highlighting the story that brought out to me.
I know.
And the story says that the dream of owning a decent home for average young professionals in Ghana can be described as mathematically impossible, considering the average salaries of the cost of even the lowest end of the market. This means the aspiration of owning a home is slipping out of reach for the very people who keep the country running. Teachers, bankers, nurses, young professionals, myself, are being systematically priced out of the housing market. More details on the High Street Journal for your attention.
Just a quick headlines of interest in the Daily Guide. Daily Guide have a very good print this morning.
Oh,
pages
nice.
4 and 5. The editorial is interesting. Professor Jason Ade's death, clause of racism. People should read that. And then this one is also very interesting. Why I spend my days raising mosquitoes. This is by Juanita Juanidas, who is a laboratory manager and at Noguchi, and she explains why she does what she does. And also, our cousin, Nigeria, campaign has kicked off.
Charlie,
for 2027, Tinubu has a big billboard there.
He's running again.
Why not? He's entitled to run. What's your problem?
I don't have a problem with you.
I'm concerned. I don't have a problem. I'm just concerned.
Let me tell you about the latest on the past situation. So there's a formal statement out issued by the Corporate Communication Directorate of the Ghana Grid Company Limited, and it is titled System Disturbance and Power Restoration Update. Now it says the Ghana Grid Company Limited GridCo wishes to inform the general public that at approximately 4:30 a.m. today, Thursday, the 20th day of August 2026, the national power system experienced a major fault on the Akosombo Volta transmission line. Now, the fault resulted in the automatic tripping of the Akosobo generating units and some thermal generation plants as part of the system's protection mechanisms to safeguard the integrity and stability of the national interconnected transmission system. Now, this consequently resulted in the loss of power supply to some parts of the country. Now, immediately following the incident, GridCo engineers working in close coordination with other power sector agencies took steps to isolate the affected transmission line and commence the safe and systematic restoration of the power system. Now, power supply has already been restored to some affected areas, and restoration efforts are progressing steadily to ensure that supply is restored to all remaining affected customers as quickly and safely as possible. Now, GridCo regrets the inconvenience caused by this temporary outage and assures the general public that all relevant technical teams have been fully mobilized and are working with urgency to achieve complete restoration of the power system. Now, GridCo will continue to provide updates as further information becomes available and appreciates the patience, understanding, and cooperation of the public as restoration efforts continue. Again, issued by the Corporate Communication Directorate.
We appreciate this from GridCo, but I am saying on the 29th of July, GridCo issued a similar statement. It took 2 days for us to get power after that statement. No explanation was given apart from what they told us about some interconnected transmission system. A power outage of this scale, like I said, we thank them for the statement, but PURC and others should delve into the matter and come and tell us what happened. We will not just take GridCo's word for it. That is how institutions work. You don't just take their word for it because they said so. Because to have this scale of blackout, 29 July, today's what?
Today's 21st, I guess.
Today's 20th.
20th.
Is it 20th?
So is it nearly a month ago?
Yeah.
Back to back at that scale is not something like Sky said we should take for granted. There are national security implications at stake here. We need some bipartisan answers from GridCo on this matter.
And the final question for you to think about is on citynewsroom.com. Kobna Wilson writes, go take a read. Is Angela List being targeted? Government must reconsider the Adamu's revocation. That was the news review.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
And I tell you, Nete Ajaho joins us this morning. I tell you, you know, F1.
You're welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Is brought to you by MTN, Valex Lease, EcoBank, and Gold Good Energy. Coming up, economic watchers raise concerns over financial cost of BOG's gold purchase program. Also, GSE market surges 73% as managers of the local birds call for stronger sustainability standards. And later, economic advisor to the president said Tekpe calls for 5-year review of Ghana's tax laws. The details of our stories now. Economist Professor Godfrey Bobking has warned that the losses incurred by the Bank of Ghana under the domestic gold purchase program could ultimately place a financial burden on taxpayers through the need to recapitalize the central bank. He said although the losses may be described as a transaction cost associated with the program, they remain accounting losses that have affected the Bank of Ghana's equity position. Speaking on Channel 1 TV's The Point of View, Professor Godfrey Bobkin said the implications of the losses must not be overlooked, even if the program has contributed to efforts to curb gold smuggling and increase foreign exchange inflows.
We recognize that these losses are quite huge for us. And remember, whilst you say that this is a transaction cost, this is an accounting loss, it is manifesting in a dwarfed equity position of Bank of Ghana, which requires you and I as taxpayers to recapitalize the central bank. So it has implications. It has effect that we must take into consideration. The fact that it has helped to crowd in gold-related efforts, should not cause us to lose sight or conscious of the fact that it has also come at a certain huge cost that we should be able to address going forward. And my position all this while has been that the way and manner we are systematically sacrificing the balance sheet of Bank of Ghana through quasi-fiscal activities is not helpful.
Professor Godfrey Bobkin is an economist. Meanwhile, senior lecturer at the University of Ghana's Department of Economics, Dr. Edu Owusu-Sarkodie, has called for the costs associated with the program to be shared between the Ghana Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana.
Some of the purchases are done directly by Gold Board. So whatever the loss that has come from that angle is your loss. BOG then sells and makes, because of the exchange rate differentials, makes a loss, and that is BOG's loss. But I'm saying that in future, when Gold Board becomes independent, no matter how you look at it, it will be Gold Board's loss. That's why the IMF document is calling it revaluation loss and not economic cost. Because it's not as if somebody was going to buy something and has spent the money. It's not profit and loss term. It is a revaluation term. So maybe the value of the laptop today is 100. You sell it tomorrow for 80. That's a loss of 200. So it's the revaluation loss that we're talking about. So I think the both should share the cost.
Dr. Edu Owusu-Sarkodie is a senior lecturer at the University of Ghana's Department of Economics. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority says it is targeting 310 billion Ghana cedis in tax revenue by 2028, up from the 155 billion Ghana cedis it raised in 2024. Speaking at the 14th Annual International Tax Conference 2026, Commissioner General of the GRE, Anthony Kwesi Sapon, said the target forms part of the authority's efforts to mobilize sustainable domestic revenue to support national development. Speaking at the same event, former Finance Minister and Economic Advisor to the President, Setekpe, called for the country's tax and fiscal laws to be reviewed within a time frame of not more than 5 years to keep the pace with changing economic conditions.
Taxation must be dynamic in covering and accommodating changes. It is for this reason that the ministry I headed reviewed almost all the tax laws. And I wish to recommend that both the Institute of Taxation and the Institute of Chartered Accountants should collaborate with the Ministry of Finance, as the current minister is doing, to review our tax and fiscal laws over a time frame of not more than 5 years, because it's a very dynamic practice in which we are.
That was former Finance Minister and Economic Advisor to the President, Setekpe. Now, the Ghana Stock Exchange says the strong performance of Ghana's capital market must be matched by improved standards and sustainable business practices to attract more investors and support long-term economic growth. Managing Director of the GSE, Attah-Mensah, said the exchange's equities market had recorded significant growth this year, with the composite index gaining 73% year-to-date as of Wednesday. Speaking at the launch of the GSE's updated Sustainability Disclosure Guidance Manual in Accra, she said the performance positioned Ghana among the best-performing markets globally.
The market has shifted. On our debt market, as at the end of July, volumes traded was in excess of all that we traded for 2025. So already in July, we have met the volume traded last year, and August is building. The markets are vibrant. The markets are weak. We need to continue with the good standards, with updating our processes, with engaging potential issuers, governments, and private sector to introduce more instruments onto the market and to fund the development that Ghana's private sector and the government needs. And that is why for me today, the launch of this updated ESG manual, I don't think it's just for the 39 listed companies.
That was the Managing Director of the Ghana Stock Exchange, Madam Abna Amwa. Now, the State Housing Company Limited and Absa Bank Ghana have signed a memorandum of understanding expected to widen access to mortgage financing and help more prospective homeowners acquire property as Ghana seeks to reduce its estimated 1.8 million housing deficit. There's more in the following report.
is expected to link prospective buyers of state housing projects with mortgage financing, potentially easing one of the major barriers to home ownership and supporting efforts to convert housing demand into actual purchases. Managing Director of State Housing Company Limited, John Bauer, says the collaboration will help to address the housing gap by improving access to affordable mortgage financing for prospective homeowners.
I'm really looking forward to what we can do together. We are working very hard from our side to address the supply side. The demand side has been hampered by low accessibility to mortgage funding. And thankfully, ABSA, as well as the general banking environment in Ghana, is starting to risk a bit more in terms of long-term financing. So we look forward to partnering with ABSA. We believe that with the right framing of the packages that we offer to clients, we should be able to, as State Housing, deliver the right products to your customers as well, so that together we can start chipping away at that 1.8. It's a big number.
It is a big number.
It's a very, very big number, and it will take quite a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of money, which I know you have.
Managing Director of Absa Bank Ghana, Dr. Edward Nati-Botwe, says the agreement underscores the bank's commitment to supporting efforts to narrow Ghana's housing deficit.
Collectively, as we bring our two brands together to work at this, we are able to make the gains that we want to make. Our timing is quite ideal because the environment is such that interest rates have dipped, and with interest rates having come down, this makes it a bit more possible for customers to access mortgages to be able to build and to buy.
That was the Managing Director of Absa Bank Ghana, Dr. Edward Nati-Botwe, ending that report by Citi Business News. Is Daniel Sakite. Now let's go on to the interbank market, and the dollar is going for 11 cedis, 6 pesewas, the pound for 15 cedis, 5 pesewas, and the euro for 12 cedis, 91 pesewas. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News. It was brought to you by MTN, Valex Lease, EcoBank, and Girl Good Energy. I am Netele Nete Ajao. Have a good business day.
30 years ago, MTN arrived in Ghana and everything changed. Now, to celebrate 30 years, we are giving back big time. The MTN at 30 promo is here. 9 Toyota Land Cruiser Prados to be won. Over 10 million Ghana cedis in rewards, plus so much more. Connect to your everyday hustle on MTN. Make video calls. Browse the internet for business with family and friends. Connect your home to MTN Fiber. Make that money move on Momo and stay ahead because every move counts. Ghana, let's celebrate 30 years of MTN with the MTN at 30 promo. Use more MTN services, build more points, and win big. Dial *530# or visit the My MTN app for more.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Annan. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Introducing Ghana's leading pay-as-you-copy photocopier leasing company. Lease an A4, A3, heavy-duty or production machine and pay for only the copies made or design your own payment plan. Simple and tietia. That's not all. Incredibly, toners, repairs, maintenance, follow-me printing, centralized tracking all come free of charge. Remember, financial prudence is the name of the game. Folks, forget about the expensive gimmicks and be smart. Join the hundreds of satisfied clients across all the 16 regions and every sector of the economy and save over 60% of your printing costs. Visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. Be prudent and lease a copier. Terms and conditions apply. Valix Lease is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Valix Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Enterprise Blue FM.
Enterprise Blue FM, the buzz.
You're tuned into Enterprise Blue FM. DJ E on the traffic jams. Who's the chillest man you know? Phones are open. Let's go.
DJ E, the chillest man is my neighbor. Mr. Osei, a truck bumped into his new bumper. He didn't blink, just took the picture, uploaded on Enterprise Insurance Claim Express, smiled, and drove off.
Boss move. Hello, caller.
Hello, DJ E. I know that same Mr. Osei. Like he be me, the way the truck driver go make shit, you know what be crazy? Next day, no, Mr. Osei fix the Benz.
That's right, Mr. Osei, you really are that guy.
They say Entoa, but at Enterprise Insurance, with over 100 years of experience, we say whether it's motor, home, travel, or insurance for your business, Entoa, when it happens, smile.
Enterprise, your advantage. UPS Solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
After 7. Natili Neti Ajaho brought you the breakfast edition of the City Business News, brought to you by MTN Enterprise and EcoBank. Attention, online drivers, taxi drivers, Prague operators, don't just complete trips and rewards along the way. With a Momo Merchant account, passengers can now pay you by scanning your GHQR code via the Momo app or by using your merchant ID. Every eligible transaction brings you closer to exciting weekly, monthly rewards. Visit any of our branches nationwide with your registered business certificate to register for a Momo Merchant account. Enjoy added convenience and security for your business funds. This campaign is in partnership with GHQR, powered by Gibbs. Are you looking for the chillest man in Ghana? Well, meet Mr. Osei. He insured his car with Enterprise Insurance. So when the unexpected happened, he simply chilled. People say Antowada, but at Enterprise Insurance, we are changing the narrative. We say Atowada. If it happens, chill, because we've got you covered. Whether it's your car, home, travel, or business, Enterprise Insurance gives you the confidence to face life's uncertainties, knowing we'll be there when you need us most. So don't wait until it's too late. Get insured today on the Enterprise Advantage app. Call or WhatsApp 053-970-0109. Enterprise Insurance is your advantage. Do you know how money really moves in Ghana? At EcoBank, we know it doesn't just move on payday, but every day. We connect you to the people who matter most. EcoBank provides one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Our digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. So go ahead and pay those bills, transfer those funds, manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial *770#, use EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. The Edwin Kwalkofi is here getting ready to serve you a kickoff. We'll get into that in a bit, but save money. Don't spend all your money buying buying multifunctional photocopiers when you can lease them and pay as you copy and print, or design your own payment plan? This is only possible with Valex Lease Equip Limited. You get to lease A4, A3 heavy-duty MFP with sorter, stapler, and finisher. We have production machines with sorter, stapler, and finisher. You will also enjoy free toners, cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance, follow me printing, centralized monitoring of all staff, and nationwide coverage. Listen, you'll be saving over 60% on cost. Call us now, 0244-644-048. ValexLease.com is our website. Visit us now. Remember, we are a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Terms and conditions apply. Now, you see, as the power went off this morning, some people are wearing fugu because they didn't press their shutter. Others are, others are repeating their clothes. Some are wearing different shoes and socks. Listen, let G&J make this, put an end to this embarrassing moment. If you had an interview for a job offer today, like you make shit. I've been telling you about G&J, but you've not been listening. Call them today. G&J, they understand that some moments just should never be interrupted. We keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Talk to G&J. We are your go-to for total energy solutions. Our website is gjtechghana.com, 0202-222-220. Call us now. We are your energy partner. Edwin Kwakofi is ready to serve you kickoff, and that's brought to you by Lesheho. They understand your needs to unlock your financial potential. That's why they have the fixed deposit solution tailored just for you. With this, we make your money work for you. So join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution. Take charge of your financial future. 0302-208-333. Let's share whole. Let's improve life. Oh yeah, and that sound heralds the coming of Edwin Kwakofi as he's ready to serve you kickoff. Charlie, you get like this morning.
I don't get like that.
Man, it's not hot, Charlie. And when the power is off like that, the taps don't flow. So today, HR will understand.
Double trouble.
Some brothers no go fit
at all.
Let's get into kickoff, bro.
Well, on a lightless morning, we'll bring you the Thursday edition of Kickoff on the City Breakfast Show. Coming up, GFA to hold 32nd Ordinary Congress today, and Black Queens to discover their World Cup playoff opponents as well. Kickoff is powered by Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. Good morning, I am Edwin Kwakofi. Well, the Ghana Football Association will hold its 32nd Ordinary Congress today, Thursday, the 20th of August, at the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram Pram. The annual gathering will bring together delegates from the Ghana Premier League, Division 1 League, Women's Premier League, and the regional football associations. Among the key issues on the agenda are a review of the GFA's activities and audited financial statements from the past season, as well as preparations for the 2026-27 domestic football season. Delegates are also expected to deliberate on the competition calendar and other matters concerning the development and administration of football in Ghana. Away from that, Kerala United's preparations for the new Ghana Premier League season have suffered an early setback after FIFA imposed a transfer ban on the club over an unresolved dispute involving young player Sana Kamara. In a letter dated August 17, FIFA confirmed that Kerala United are prohibited from registering new players at both national and international levels until the outstanding matter is resolved. The ban comes just weeks before the start of the new Premier League season and leaves the club facing uncertainty over its squad preparations. City Sports' Julio Ashrifi Amwa has more in this report.
For Kerala United, the transfer window has effectively become a closed door. The club is currently under a FIFA registration ban, meaning it cannot register new players until the issue behind the sanction is resolved. And for the club, the news did not come without surprise. Speaking to Channel 1 Sports, Kerala United PRO Say Mubarak explains how the club received the news.
He had not signed a contract, he had not played for us, yet we were paying him stipends at the end of every month. So we were a bit surprised that his agents will go all the way to FIFA for this particular complaint. In fact, FIFA wrote to us, we responded to the complaint, and we're still in discussions with officials from FIFA and his agent before this letter came yesterday. So,
for Karela United, the immediate concern is sporting. A registration ban means the club cannot bring in reinforcement to replace departing players, strengthen weak areas or cover for injuries. And in a long Premier League season, squad depth can make the difference between competing and struggling. But Karela's situation is bigger than just one club. Over the years, several Ghanaian clubs have found themselves dealing with FIFA sanctions or disciplinary cases linked to player contract, financial obligations, and registration disputes. For Karela United, however, the club insists it has been working to resolve the matter.
The Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the Minister for Education, who is the bankroller of Karela, has ordered for an immediate payment of whatever entitlement is supposed to be paid to allow us to register players in due course. So we are doing that. The processes has begun. We are hoping that by close of the day that should be done, so that we can continue to register players.
That amount could now be key to getting the restriction lifted. Until then, Karela United must work with the players already registered while trying to resolve the matter away from the pitch.
That was a report by City Sports' Julio Eshrifi Amwa. Some women's football, and the Black Queens will discover their next opponent for the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 playoff tournament when the draw takes place today in Zurich, Switzerland. The draw will be held at the home of FIFA at 2 p.m. and will determine the groups and fixtures for the next phase of the qualification process. Ghana secured a place in the playoff tournament after beating La Côte d'Ivoire in Casablanca by 2-1. Let's stay with women's football, and Ghanaian champions Ampem Dakwan ladies have been drawn in Group B of the WAFU Zone B qualifiers for the CAF Women's Champions League. The Ghanaian champions will face ASEC Mimosas of La Côte d'Ivoire, Nigeria's Edo Queens, and Niger's AS Garde Nationale. The qualifying tournament will run from the 23rd of August to the 5th of September in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. The group winners will advance to the next stage while they will continue the fight for a place in the CAF Women's Champions League. Let's head to Europe, and we have the BBC on standby to give us the latest in terms of the Premier League.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Sophia Hartley at the BBC Sports Centre. The Spain World Cup winner Rodri has completed his move from Manchester City to Barcelona in a deal worth around £65 million. He's signed a 4-year contract. And the former City defender Nader Manua says the club have done well to get that fee for him given his age.
I think for them to be able to get that much money for a player that is 30 years of old, that has 1 year left on his deal and, had a desire as such to go back to Spain, I think in some ways that is a good deal. However, when this is coming off the heels of losing Bernardo Silva, losing John Stones, then all of a sudden the club feels like it's very different, especially with Guardiola leaving as well. But from a business standpoint, it's a fantastic deal.
Aston Villa have agreed a deal to sign West Ham defender Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The right-back will join on an initial loan deal with an obligation to buy at the end of the season. The 28-year-old has missed the Championship club's first 2 matches of the season during negotiations. Richard Masters, the chief executive of the Premier League, says he doesn't agree with FIFA's proposal to expand the number of teams to potentially 60 at the 2030 World Cup. Masters has been speaking to BBC Sport about the idea.
My job is to protect the Premier League. So any further expansion of the World Cup means an erosion of the domestic calendar. It means the top players, many of whom play in the Premier League, will have to play more games. The only benefit it's got going for it is the fact that it creates some symmetry. But I wouldn't be supportive of a further expansion of the World Cup. The sun hasn't really set yet on the expansion from 36 to 48. We're already talking about more expansion.
Finally, the former Arsenal and France captain Patrick Vieira has been appointed as the new head coach of the Senegal men's national team. And for more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
That was our daily Premier League updates brought to us by our partners at BBC Sport. Before I go, some tennis and Aryna Sabalenka's preparations for the US Open have suffered another blow as she crumbled in a surprise defeat by Sarah Biek in the fourth round at the Cincinnati Open. The Belarusian top seed was 5-1 up in a first set tie break and 4-1 in front in the second set, but Biek rallied back on both occasions to win 7-6, 6-4. Sabalenka's position as world number one is now under threat, with Elena Rybakina able to replace her at the top of the rankings if she reaches the Cincinnati final. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Politan Ghana, Elesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Edwin Kwao Kofi. The City Breakfast Show with Caleb Kuda continues.
Let's go. If you need unique services, come to Let's Go. Innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go. Even when you're stuck with nothing, come to Let's Go. No matter your situation, come to Let's Go. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, we improve your life.
When mini me at your day, that be where we go day. Where mini me day, that be where the crowns go day. Say it, but yeah. Mini me at your country. Chilling with friends. Mini me at your taste. Take chuck your hunger. Mini me at your country. Break time, please. Mini me at your taste. Mini me at your mini me at your mini me at your come and taste the fun. Mini me at your mini me at your mini me at your come and taste the fun. For the laughter, mini me at your all the parties, mini me at your let's go dancing, mini me at your taste the fun, mini me at your.
This advert is FDA approved.
My guy, when I hear the engine make that vroom, it drive me crazy. Oh no, bro, this is my love language with physical touch. I mean, touching the smooth car leather seat, correct sound system, AC freezing me like sachet water. Now me just have it with my passenger princess. Charlie, that be why we can't miss the Absa Auto Fair. You fit test drive and Absa Bank get affordable finance options to help you own your dream car. Yeah.
Join us for the Absa Auto Fair on Saturday 22nd and Sunday 23rd August at Good Park, Accra Mall. Come for affordable finance options from Absa Bank, special discounts and offers from your favorite automobile brands, plus insurance and auto accessory exhibitors. Want to showcase your brand? WhatsApp 0541 361 237 to book your exhibition space today. The Absa Auto Fair is powered by Absa Bank in partnership with Citi FM and Holland Insurance. The Absa Auto Fair is calling. Will you answer?
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my me say enra my boyfriend akwesi obo star 959 hash e woni phone so. Na we really.
Anita, I don't doggy parko.
Oh, wonso a. Akwesi asanso aba number 1. Anya mo adwen na ho. And dey was so ye me show papa bi. Na me dey toss am me short sexy dress no. Na me say samiti. Na me ye me nails no so come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make I do some small 1-2 rounds me answer me doing ho. Na we tria. Na so he for order. So Chinese and wine papa bi. And they mean this I check no.
Anita.
Na sa na mia when you hear TV bi no. I also say sound. No to prepaid Na me chilly AC mu. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby, I will do no jinawa. Mr. Remember, dial star 959 hash. Oh, iPhone up back on tomorrow. No one can say no.
Sister, next time cut it all or what? Dial star 959 hash and I'll call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Head down some.
Looking for everything made in Ghana? All in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creatives, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality, connect with industry leaders and innovators, experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205 973 973 or 0558 973 973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, MTN, and the Ghana Investment Promotion Center.
Driver, can I send Momo to your personal number?
Oh, sister, Debut, just scan my GHQR code or send to my merchant ID.
Oh, okay.
Nice one. Customer. And thank you for the 5 stars too.
Of course. You've given me good service and an even simpler way to pay. I like your movement, Pan.
Online drivers and Pragia drivers. Every fare you collect with Momo moves you up the leaderboard and closer to amazing prizes. Register at any MTN office with your registered business certificate and sign up to become a Momo merchant driver today. Ride all the way with Momo. Terms and conditions apply.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Yeah. Thursday morning on 97.3 Citi FM. This is the City Breakfast Show. Akosombo Kanea. I think we can all relate to the influence of our Akosombo Kanea in our daily lives this morning. Yeah, across the nation, many experience power outage. Now, the Ghana Grid Company Limited has issued a statement explaining that the fault resulted. So they are saying there was a national power system which experienced a major fault on the Akosombo Volta transmission line. And they go on to explain that the fault resulted in the automatic tripping of the Akosombo generating units and some thermal generating plants as part of the system's protection mechanisms to safeguard the integrity and stability of the national intercoordinated transmission systems. The statement has come to explain what we experienced this morning, but there are more questions than answers. That's a national system. The whole country is plunged into darkness when there is one fault. How resilient is our power system then? Why did a single fault on the Akosombo Volta line cascade to trip multiple generating units across both hydro and thermal? Is our grid not an N1 compliant one? And how old is the Akosombo Volta transmission line? So, but for you doing the listening, share with me where you are, whether your power is back, because we understand for some of our listeners, your lights are back. Where are you exactly? When did you experience the power outage? Is it still out or yours is in? Let us get to know and how some of these outages impact your daily activities. 0539986996. Before we get into all the issues on our minds this morning, the PPA Electricals offers 100% genuine electrical products from top global brands and up to 5-year warranties for home, commercial, and industrial needs. You will enjoy August discounts and a chance to win a free generator at their branches or online. Our products range from distribution boards, circuit breakers, solar cables, AVRs, Huawei solar packages, smart home DIY items. And we have several trusted brands. Visit us at Spentex Opera Square, North Industrial Area, Kaswa Off Town, Oyarifa, Afia Mateko, and Dowenya Community 25. Store.automationgana.com is where you can shop online. 05034988181. PPA Electricals, genuine products, expert support, guaranteed quality. Now, if you do business with China, you know that making payment isn't always straightforward. For importers, every delay can hold up shipments and slow down sales. Individuals paying school fees and medical expenses or supporting loved ones in China, the process can be longer and more complicated than it needs to be. Stanbic Bank, in partnership with the Industrial Commercial Bank of China, has interrupted SIPS, a faster, secure, and cheaper way to make payments to China. With SIPS, you can pay in Ghana cedis while the recipient collects in Chinese yuan directly. This way, you save money and time. Trade with China, pay faster. Visit any of our Stanbic Bank branches. Speak to your relationship manager today. Call us 0302-815-789. Young Vita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time easy. It's enriched with essential vitamins and minerals. You only need to add previously boiled water. 3 exciting variants: wheat, rice, maize. For 5 cedis, 50 pesos, the real value for your money. It's affordable, nutritious, and convenient. Young Vita, good nutrition for a strong start. I'll turn my attention to some dedications now, and today is a birthday of Zoe Abubedu Ado.
Hey!
Yeah.
That's always it.
Yeah.
That's a big birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Supervisor of regions.
The international.
Yes,
Supervisor of regions.
Original one.
Queen of dragons.
I'm telling you. No, I think the modeling way would take enter the office.
Yeah,
she has a birthday frame.
Allah.
Nice. Yeah, today different one. She might have 5 different colors on the frame.
No.
Too much love.
Yeah, the hill way go where you know those hills where they do like pencil though.
Happy birthday, Zoe. Happy birthday, Zoe.
Yes,
We wish you
yes,
many
please.
blessings and
No,
lots of
the international.
Yeah.
Why are you cutting our celebration
this
short?
celebration is the detail is too much.
Rather you tell yourself details.
Just say happy birthday and
Very
God
well.
bless you. Leave those details out.
yeah.
She's sitting on our happiness anyway. Very well.
So to my partner in crime, Zoe Abubedu, happy birthday to you.
Beautiful,
Wish you
beautiful,
good health,
beautiful,
long life, more money, and may all your dreams come to pass.
Supply of yogurt.
Supply of yogurt. Yeah.
Such a wonderful brain. Such an amazing. You're a big woman. Yeah. Keep on leading.
So you got tonight the power. Happy birthday.
So Zoe, enjoy your day. And this one says, help me wish my amazing husband, Mark Ezekiel Edem Kobla Aheto. A happy birthday, my forever person, my safe place, my best friend, the love of my life. Through every season, I'll choose you again and again. Thank you for being my partner, my home, and my answered prayer. I love you endlessly, and God bless you abundantly from your wife and son, Nogba. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Seth Kokudogbe Sovo. My big brother, I pray God grants you the best of life. May you never lack anything that gives you peace of mind, happiness, and good health. May your house be filled with plenty to eat and drink. We love you very much. Setio from Dr. Felix Kojo Bessa Sovo and the entire family. Yeah, birthdays like this are a good opportunity for you to show your love. And you can do the expression with a techno. Yeah, they dropped the ultimate game changer, the all-new Techno Come On Slim. It's not just a phone, it's a style statement. Sleek, ultra sleek, 6.4mm double curve design that feels absolutely premium in your hand. It features an interactive mood light around the camera that flashes unique colors for your calls, messages, and charging updates. It's fully loaded with advanced techno AI, bringing you mind-blowing tools like the AI image to video generator, noise cancellation, and your own AI health coach. The battery life is one you will love. It's long lasting. The camera is powerful. So go get the Techno Come On Slim. It's in any of the Techno exclusive stores nationwide today. Grab yours today and step into the future. So let me know, have you had lights? Are your lights back? How did that disrupt your morning and your preparation for the day? I was saying earlier in the morning that if you have a job interview this morning and you didn't put yourself together properly and you have no other options, this power outage will really put you into some trouble.
Yeah, so the lesson is that before the day of the interview, you should have prepared, put everything in order. So that's right. The only challenge is that in some cases, as we saw with our good friend, Mr. Akom, you might come to the office with different pairs of shoes.
One black, one brown.
Because maybe it was... No,
for the record, he said it wasn't today.
For the record, it was much earlier. Yes. Thanks for the correction. Because, the power was off and you couldn't see through properly which of the shoes you were wearing and all of that. So, I woke up, normally, I wake up very, very early. And for some reason, the place was just colly. I thought I had left some bed lamp on. What's happening? And then, Charlie, I looked through the window. I realized that the whole place was in absolute pitch darkness. And I was asking myself, what's going on? I said, this must be as a result of A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And it took some time for me to understand what's happening across the country. Because if you got on social media, people were complaining that, it had reached them wherever they were.
things like this, particularly when it affects, a huge part of the national capital, almost the entirety of the national capital in some cases, we've seen in the past. I think we've got to get explanations. And as Godfred explained during the newspaper review, it is not enough to give us a statement saying that, oh, this was what happened on the surface of it. I think you remember recently there was an editorial or publication that was saying that the minister for the sector be fired or removed, and I was pushing back that no, we should not go to that level, because we first of all must understand what exactly is happening and trace it to executive or ministerial inaction or responsibility before we came to those conclusions. But when these things keep repeating themselves and we're not getting useful explanations as to what may or may not be happening, people tend to push lines like that. Sitting here, I don't think that we have reached there yet, but there are serious questions that require answers. And I believe that the Minister for Power has to explain to us. If they have to organize a government accountability series and explain that, they should do that, because I don't think it sends the right message. There are national security implications. Imagine hospitals doing procedure at that time of the day, if they do, and something like that happens, or somebody says, there are serious implications. So, and when things like that happen, then our people who work in the night also find their very creative ways of raiding people's homes to create problems for people. So if you look at it like that, I think the state has got to explain to us through the government what exactly is happening.
Yeah, so the GridCo earlier issued a statement we brought to you, but let me just re-emphasize that particular statement that GridCo brought our way earlier this morning. It says system disturbance and power restoration update. So the Ghana Grid Company Limited wishes to inform the general public that at approximately 1:30 a.m. today, Thursday, 20th August 2026, the national power system experienced a major fault on the Akosombo Volta transmission line. The fault resulted in the automatic tripping of the Akosombo generating units and some thermal generating plants as part of the system's protection mechanisms to safeguard the integrity and stability of the national interconnected transmission system.
Hold on, pause. What did you say? Did you say 1 a.m., 1:30?
4:30 a.m.
Yeah, because I thought I heard one. Yeah.
Oh, you heard one?
Yes.
Apologies, no, 4:30 p.m. a.m. My bad. So this consequently resulted in the loss of power supply to some parts of the country. Now, immediately following the incident, GridCo engineers, working in close coordination with other sector agencies, took steps to isolate the affected transmission lines and commence the safe and systematic restoration of the power system. Power supply has already been restored to some affected areas, and restoration efforts are progressing steadily to ensure that supply is restored to all remaining affected customers as quickly and safely as possible. GridCo regrets the inconvenience caused by this temporal outage and assures the general public that all relevant technical teams have been fully mobilized and are working with urgency to achieve complete restoration of the power system. GridCo will continue to provide updates as further information becomes available and appreciates the patience, understanding, and cooperation of the public as restoration efforts continue. So this is the message that the Corporate Communications Directorate of GridCo has signed and shared with the public as an explanation to the power outage we saw this morning. I mean, that's the explanation GridCo is sharing with us. For me, I'm like, have we not diversified our power generation and distribution enough that when a fault occurs in one particular generating plant, it doesn't have to go all over the country and be as nationwide as we saw previously and are seeing now? Because I put up a brief question on socials, and almost across the country, from Upper East, Upper West, Northern region, Bono Volta region, Eastern Ashanti, it appears to be a nationwide coverage.
Yeah, which is why, again, just so that we don't end up being repetitive, the answers required, GridCo will do its job, which is to tell us via the statement.
Yeah.
If we want more answers, it will require
the person who supervises, the entity that supervises GridCo, to ask those questions that you are asking on our behalf and get us some more answers, which is why we are saying, look, it's well and good that GridCo have informed us of their side of the story. On a regular fault, nobody would really bother.
Yeah.
But on this scale, I think that greater powers need to get involved to ask GridCo those questions. What happened? Perhaps during the asking of those questions, these things might come up. Oh, we need to move to this or that to allay the, to reduce the risk that is involved in lines or whatever it is, to give us some proper answers and then give us some better security. But for now, the GridCo statement is all we have. We simply just urge the PURC, Parliament, if need be, and whichever other institution can hold them to account, to go in there and ask, why is it that in 2 months, in a month, we've had 2 really bad blackouts that have covered large parts of the country?
Yeah, very important questions for which answers are required.
I hope the minority folks are listening to what we are saying, and they are engaging their pens and they are doing their research to ensure that when the House is back in its work mode next week, one of the key issues that will form a part of their discussions, although I know the agenda has to do with other matters, they will be dealing with this particular matter. Well, the Gold Board, as of now, is not on the agenda. It has to do with appointments and related matters. Because, as Godfred had already stated, there are serious issues. Now, there's something that I want to flag quickly. We do know that across the world, power is being weaponized by people who want to create problems for systems around the world. There are all kinds of, in this day and age where cybersecurity institutions are flagging all kinds of risk and talking about all kinds of problems, we need some assurances in the space that we have sufficient, if you like, repellents in place to safeguard the national grid. I say this well aware of how some other countries are dealing with problems like this. You have all kinds of people hiding behind the screens and creating problems for economies around the globe. That means that a lot more investment is being made by these countries to contain situations like this. The risks are being analyzed, on a minute-by-minute basis. Firewalls are being deployed to push back on some of these, intrusions, and protocols are in place to ensure that unauthorized access is denied. I'm not saying that we don't have these systems, but you speak to people close to the situation, and it would seem that the kind of investment we should be making in this day and age, where the 10-year-old boy can sit somewhere and create problems for systems, we should do a lot more. So I think these are critical questions that I hope that the Parliament will be demanding answers on, and the Minister for the Space will be dutiful enough. I know he's almost always interested in providing some answers in matters like this, although for a long time now we've not heard a lot from him. I'm not so sure what's happening. But it's important, Honorable Jinapor, that you provide some clarity as to what exactly is happening, because it is certainly not good.
And given that this has happened before and not too long ago, I'm quite interested in knowing what measures are put in place to ensure that I do not know, number one, I'm thinking these faults, is there not a way we can have systems that will see them ahead of time and alert people so that once you see it, then you're able to even avert them before it even occurs? I know they are machines, but you may have There are systems that help monitor these things so that you can forestall them, number one. And then maybe you can let people know ahead of time. And then what else are you doing so that you diversify our power generation and distribution sources? So we don't rely on only one source. There's a little disruption and the entire nation is plunged into darkness.
No, I think there's a significant, let's not
Slow
lose track
down
of
on
things
this.
here. Yeah, slow down a bit. There's a significant diversification of our power sources. Okay, there's a significant diversification. We used to be very hydro, now we are heavily thermal.
Thermal, yes.
And the
Distribution.
others,
solar
is growing.
Yeah.
Okay, we haven't harnessed wind yet, but at least there's a significant diversification. But with the question you're asking in terms of can you preempt those things, that's what I'm saying. We won't know, but there are those who know.
Yeah.
They should come and tell us. Who should know?
Yeah.
They should come and tell us.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because a fault is a fault. We can't say that if you could prevent every fault, it will be a perfect world.
That's true.
But we are saying certain faults, once they happen, people should ask questions.
Yeah.
Why did they happen?
Yeah.
And how can we prevent them from happening? And I think that is the stage we are at, especially because this is the second time in a month this has happened.
Yeah.
So the institutions that have the authority to do this should go in there. Gridco has said what he wants to say, but PRC will have the expertise and the legal backing to go there and say, Gridco, show us your back end.
Yeah.
You say it was a transmission from something that tripped. Okay, we want to confirm the trip.
Yeah.
What happened? Is there some technology required that you didn't have? Are there some skills required that you didn't have? What happened? The reason why I'm saying this is, if you don't, you are going to leave room for all kinds of speculation. And we've played a lot of those games with the energy sector in this country before.
For too long.
And like I said, when the first one happened, we had all kinds of things. It didn't become a public conversation.
Yeah.
But we need people to go in there and ask those questions.
Great. So we'll take our time and wait for those questions to be asked and answers provided, and then we'll get into them. But Godfred, you missed something yesterday.
What did I miss?
We awarded, Samuel was here, and he awarded road contracts to contractors. So I am sure that
I have a road for. Did they award the Akuma Junction road?
Larry has a story in the Herald this morning that I'm sure will interest you. So I'll get into that after we are back from tech and social media trends. Yeah, but before we get into those details, the Ghana Exim Bank and North Shore Apparel Ghana Limited proudly present the official opening of Phase 1 of the North Shore Apparel Hub, a wholly Ghanaian-owned apparel manufacturing enterprise operating within the 24-hour economy initiative, and is located at Savelugu. Is funded by the Ghana Exim Bank and other partners. The North Shore Apparel Hub will officially open on Friday, the 28th of August, creating 3,000 jobs upon commissioning and up to 10,000 jobs at full operation. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama will perform the official opening, assisted by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Honorable Sylvester Attah-Mensah. Friday, 28th August 2026 is the date, and it's 12 noon, North Shore Apparel Hub, Savelugu near Tamale in the northern region. That's where it's happening. If you are into construction, mining, manufacturing, or oil and gas, talk to 7-Eleven Baseline Boats and Nuts, because they have premium boats, nuts, washers, anchor boats, start boats, U-boats, and more manufactured right here in Ghana. They deliver faster, they are made stronger. So call 0557-126-501. 7-Eleven Bays and Nuts, made in Ghana, made faster, made stronger. It's time for tech and social media trends. And Edwin Kofi joins us again with tech and social media trends. Edwin, good morning.
Good morning to you, Caleb. How are you doing?
Okay, I am well. Let's engage again. Microphone was a bit low.
Good morning, Caleb.
Fantastic, Charlie. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
What's happening in the world of social media?
social media, tech and social media trends, which I don't know if you mentioned is brought to us by Telecel and Stanbic Bank.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's start from where you ended off. And Greatco is in the trends alongside Akosombo, and Doomso is sneaking in there because of today's issues with power. We've heard the explanation from Greatco, but generally people are not too happy with what is going on. This is the second time in as many months, that we've had a nationwide blackout, as it were. So people understand that these technical things happen, but on social media, all they want is light. And
that's all.
In the last 2 decades, power has been a major issue in Ghana. So the moment something like this happens, and happens semi-consistently, we start getting a lot of complaints from people who expect to be with power at least long term. So people are complaining about it, which is why Greatco and Akosombo and also Doomso are trending on social media.
But this one is not Doomso, it's Doomkra.
No, some folks are saying that they are light.
I think that is so. But around 4 near the other. Doomkra, Doomso near the other.
So Greatco has responded. We've shared that response with our listeners, and they say that the engineers are working to restore power completely. They didn't give us timelines though, so would be on the lookout and see whether
pray for them.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, so we move on to our third day of gold board issues, because yesterday we heard from the CEO of the company, Sami Jenfi, who addressed the number of issues raised by, in particular, the minority leader, Alexander Penyomaking, about losses made by the company, or in his case, alleged losses made by the company in the last year. He has denied that Gold Board made those losses. He says that the IMF report that was referenced by the minority leader did not accuse the company of making those losses. He says he's ready to debate it. He's ready to defend the company in Parliament. Even says that the minority leader does not need to wait for a special motion or a directive from the speaker to have him summoned into Parliament. Actually, he says he could go to the Public Accounts Committee and have him summoned that day, and he would appear before him to defend Gold Board. He says the company made operational profit of about 907 million Ghana cedis, because they expended or made expenses of about 107 million Ghana cedis, or 109 million Ghana cedis, and made profits of close to 1 billion Ghana cedis. So they actually made operational profits, and in addition to the budgetary allocation they were giving, that profits has skyrocketed. So he was defending the company's operations since they were formed. He says that they have contributed positively to Ghana's economy, and that it's even resulted in the appreciation of the CD, among other things. So he said a lot at the accountability series yesterday, and yes, people are also reacting to his comments. Obviously, if you don't agree with him, a lot of his critics are saying that he's just whitewashing a lot of the data that was provided by the IMF, considering their books. He is misrepresenting facts. Other people who support him and the government say, well, he's explained everything. If you doubt it, if you have contrary views, then put them forth as well. Okay, so let's go to another story where we heard from the Accra mayor, who is telling
Chief Executive of the Accra Metropolitan Authority
Assembly. Yes. So the Chief Executive of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, he has been speaking, telling Abuboya riders to ensure their vehicles have reflectors on them, especially when they are moving at night. So
have they licensed them now?
Yeah, the DVA hasn't told us
yes.
But he says that they should have reflectors.
There's a whole lot with that order he gave yesterday. There's a whole lot wrong with
yes, they should have reflectors, because in recent times we've seen a number of these vehicles involved in accidents because they're either broken down and they are not visible to other drivers who just run into them. So they are supposed to have reflectors for night travel. They are supposed to stay out of the inner lanes. But one thing people are complaining about is they are not supposed to be on highways anyway, but we continue to see them, and nothing was said about that by the chief executive of the AMA. So yes, people aren't happy generally over the directives because the Aboboya are a problem for a lot of people on social media. Yes, so that's
so clearly they are not listening to our concerns and the menace that they have become. In some cases, leading or playing a part in road crashes and all of that. The regulations and the regulatory demands that they would have to meet, they don't seem to be doing anything about that. It's about having reflectors and all of that.
Because only last week
is that
there was
really
a crash,
the solution to the problems we're talking about? I think there's a lot more executive rigor required in dealing with some of these things, and it does seem that for now we are operating on the surface, and it's unfortunate.
But that is normal. This I think this was pretty much expected, if you ask me. Nobody wants to do the hard work. He doesn't want to make any hard decision. This one is it will look like he's doing something without actually doing anything.
It's sad, you know.
Are they going to buy the reflectors? From who? You're just creating money for somebody somewhere. They're going to buy reflectors from where? Where would they buy it from? DVLE. So when they get to DVLE, they say, okay, Aboboya, I'm buying a reflector. Or they should, because most people also buy reflectors in the streets.
Without meeting
the
legal requirement.
There's a standard for it. Yeah, and before you pick a reflector, because I have a colleague who went to register his car and they refused to renew his roadworthy because of a defective sticker reflector.
Really?
Yes.
But some of these
That's part
new
of the
vehicles
process.
even have the reflectors anyway.
As part
but
of the
they
process.
still insist.
Yeah,
You know,
because
so
that's the Ghanaian position.
you are not concerned by the person's license to ride the bike, first of all. You are more concerned about what he looks like when he's riding, when he's not even supposed to be riding in the first place. It's like DVLA telling us that, okay, you don't have a license, but if you want to drive in the car, put a reflector on and put on a helmet and drive. That is what he just told them to do. It's a completely, I don't want to, but nobody wants to make, it's like he wants to look like Meye Jumano, but Meye Jumano. They don't say anything at all. But there is no use. I'm sorry to say, but there's no use for
the
directive he gave. There's no use for it. I'm sorry. I'm saying there are things he's doing well, but I'm saying for this one, there's no use for it. It doesn't solve any problem. 40,000 Aboboyas and millions in the city. So what about the other municipal chief executives who have been able to stop Aboboyas from their jurisdictions? How did they do it? They said simple, don't come.
And that's how it ended.
I don't come. If you come, they know what they'll do to you. So they don't go.
This will require more collaboration and coordination at a higher level.
He's afraid.
Because, it doesn't look like he has the cojones to crack the whip on
I don't blame him. It is the system that has been created. If you touch Aboboya people, they'll go and protest somewhere. Somebody uses them for elections. Somebody uses them for mobilization of, whatever. So he will not be able to touch them the way perhaps he wants to. They don't touch them at all. For us to sit here and be criticizing you the way we are criticizing you this morning, because this directive, Charlie, much ado about nothing.
And to add to that briefly, we were talking about Voxy vehicles some time ago, and the National Road Safety Commission had put out a report.
Somebody went to Chuko.
Which report was to the effect that we should not allow these vehicles to be parading the streets and ferrying people left, right, and center. And there needed to have been a clampdown on these vehicles, and they were supposed to be engaging the owners of these vehicles and their drivers, or there needed to have been some engagement at that level. As we speak, these vehicles are still on the streets. We've seen a number of them since involved in all kinds of car crashes. And we still haven't heard from the boss at the National Road Safety Commission, my good friend Amaliba, on what the way forward is.
It's been a while we heard his voice.
Yeah, that's right. What is doing it? Is somebody muzzling his voice?
Somebody went to choke.
Like the energy died out.
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be.
Yeah.
Please go.
Adrian, what else do you
Just
have?
quickly on the Voxy,
Yeah.
because and I support what Sky is saying, but I think it goes beyond the National Road Safety Authority. We remember the report, the detailed report after the series
read
of
it all.
accidents involving the Voxy vehicles.
Yeah.
One fundamental thing was that these were illegal on our roads.
Yes.
So that brings the DVLA in. Okay, and the
accept.
illegality and the customs, because the Customs Act barred the conversion of the right hand to left hand drive, but that appears to be disregarded because we see these vehicles that have been illegally converted from left hand to right hand still plying our roads. I think that this should get the attention of the road minister as well. We need closure on these identified illegal vehicles on our roads, and we need to close that chapter.
It's very important. I agree completely. Adrian, talk to me.
Okay, so galamsey continues to be a big problem in Ghana. And yesterday we were giving a stark reminder about how bad it can get, not in Ghana, but in the Central African Republic, where a low-tech artisanal mine collapsed with a death toll now above 100. Yes, above 100 people. Above 100 people have died. Footage from the collapse is terrible. You can see people being pulled out of the mud covered. Yes. So, and they are expecting even more deaths because there are a number of people who have been reported missing, a number of people who are seen to be inside the mine, still covered with mud. And the Red Cross is it's leading the efforts to save as many people as possible, but there are worries that the death toll could really skyrocket.
There was an image I saw yesterday also. There was a road crash. I mean, there was a head-on collision, so the vehicles veered off and ran into a water body, and the entire water body was, discolored, apparently polluted by galamsey. So you go have a crash, you die in a river body. The river body is also polluted with mercury and cyanide and related matters from illegal mining activities.
Yeah,
it's something else.
I mean, watching the videos from Central African Republic, I felt really like I was so troubled. You could. It was like a mudslide, when you watch mudslide maybe off a mountain or a hill, and it swallows people. I mean, that was what happened. And now there are also issues of how to get to the area with earth-moving equipment, diggers to be able to remove people who would have been trapped. It's less likely you are going to find people alive, but the effort must still be made. But while it may be in Central African Republic, I think there are lessons to draw here. That yes, we are looking for money, but the law says don't do this. You do this, you may get some money, but you are risking your life and you are also undermining environmental security for us all. So I believe and I hope that the authorities in Ghana are watching these videos from this part of Africa. And they are learning lessons, because it is not every piece of gold you must go after.
It's very important.
Okay, so to tech news, OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, they are introducing a new experience, ChatGPT for teens, to improve safety for underage users on their platform. So the experience will bring together some new tools that will help OpenAI ensure that teens are protected. These include nudges for the teens to take a break.
Sorry, teens as in teenagers. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Nudges for them to take a break if they've been using it for 90 minutes plus. Also, you can set quiet times where ChatGPT will not be active during those periods to allow you to take a break. Also, if you sign up and you are underage, you give your birth date as being underage,
Okay.
you automatically be put under these protections and experience to ensure that some things are kept away from you. Also, these age protection guidelines will ensure that certain content is not available to you, and that if you try to post any sensitive content, you will be reminded again and again that this is not safe, you shouldn't do this.
Right.
So this is a way to protect the teens. And ChatGPT says it's using AI to determine user patterns to ensure that even people who give their ages as being over the age of eligibility are checked if they show patterns of being younger than they claim to be. So yes, a lot of protection from ChatGPT.
That's good. In the same spirit, I just want to highlight something that the CEO of the National Youth Authority said yesterday at the forum that was held, and which has been widely reported, but which is muted. It says, no matter how well your relationship is going, don't send nudes to your boyfriend. He could become your ex. Now, you can also insert in there, no matter how well your relationship is going, don't send nudes to your girlfriend. He could become your ex. She could become your ex one day. It is an important message that should go to each and every one of us listening, because every week I am dealing with matters like this.
Wow.
The other day, just 2 days ago, I had to draft a letter for a lady who is now in a relationship potentially leading to marriage, but whose relationship is being undermined by an ex who has access to her nudes and is using those nudes to blackmail the new man in her life. And it's a matter that the police are dealing with. And it's just menacing. And I hope that there will be thorough investigation into this matter, and that some action will be taken. It is a menace out there.
So the message is clear. No matter how well your relationship is going, don't get too carried away.
Just quickly, I think the phenomenon he's referring to is popularly known as revenge porn. This is just an extension of the misogyny in actual life being extended online as well. So the idea is that the intimate moment will be used by a lover who feels slighted to prevent the lady from moving on. It's a form of control, and it's misogynistic.
And look, hold on. Let me make this quick one. To fortify what you said, look, if you go on Twitter these days, there are many handles that are circulating leaked videos of Ghanaian personalities and persons in one influential position or the other said to have engaged in private acts, which acts have become public.
Wow.
If the Ministry of Communications is not aware, or the police or the cybersecurity authority people are not aware, I'm bringing this to their attention. If they go on X, they call it Azigi and all of these things.
I see.
And it is getting distasteful. The people responsible for circulating these things have got to be found and prosecuted, because it is becoming such a menace. There are people contemplating suicide and doing all kinds of self-harm because of things like this. So it is important that we deal with it, and we must see prosecution. And people who sit on social media, they sit on TikTok and say all kinds of things, in fact, directing people to their private Telegram channels so that they can see these things either for free or for, some amount. These people must be hunted, and I'm using the word hunted deliberately, and prosecuted. We cannot continue to allow things like this, and let the state not pretend that it is not seeing these things.
Fair enough, Sky. Thank you. That was Tech and Social Media Trends.
If I become a millionaire, I will put a huge billboard right next to my ex's house saying, look at me now, I hate it.
As for me, I'm quitting my job in Star. Mr. hate it.
Telecel is making millionaires this season. Not one, not two, but 3 millionaires.
Each month, one lucky Telecel customer wins 1 million Ghana cedis for the next 3 months in the Telecel Mahetse promo. Plus, you still get to win 20,000 Ghana cedis weekly, 100 Ghana cedis daily, bundle 10 Ghana cedis, airtime or data. Top up your Telecel cash wallet or your fixed broadband to stand the chance of winning. Visit the Telecel Play app or dial *500# to opt in for free into the Telecel Mahetse promo.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Experience more. Doing business, making payments, supporting loved ones in China should bring peace of mind. Not waiting. Waiting for your supplier to confirm payment. Waiting for school fees to arrive. Waiting. Introducing SIPS by Stanbic in partnership with ICBC, a faster, simpler way to send and receive money directly between Ghana and China. Pay in Ghana cedis while your recipient receives Chinese yuan and vice versa. With SIPS by Stanbic, you enjoy faster payment confirmation and greater certainty every step of the way. Visit stanbicbank.com.gh/SIPS for more. Stanbic Bank. We are your bank, connected to China. Stanbic Bank, driving Ghana's growth.
Tell us how you need that. Enterprise life, wash us and then if you be why you be that? May you know, and I am cool, bravo. Obisi ni ya breko, obisi oshia nganyo, obisi odinetila, oso.
Yoko papa pia meshiano, or remedy the sick cafiano. Nyawo bia enterprise life one shishema wo. It's to tell us how you want, tell us how you need them. Insurance to your doorstep, your preference, your advantage. Tell us how you want it.
Enterprise Life. 25 years strong, rooted in love, driven by you. Defining the future together.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Come, let's go to the market. We have to buy everything for you before you go to SHS.
Mommy, please, all that stress, going around the market and carrying heavy things. Oh, my friends will see me sweating like this. They have already registered for their EduPack. I don't want to be left out.
Registered for EduPack?
Yes, EduPack, a Ghana Education Service approved and supported initiative for all first years going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All the trunk, mattress, pillow, and plastic chop box are already waiting for your child at school.
Daddy, so what do we do?
We shall register you by dialing *713*821#, following the prompts. Or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
My name is Kojo Prempe. Just at the age of 36 years, I was diagnosed with stage 5 kidney disease as a result of high blood pressure. For the past 3 years, I've been on dialysis and I spend more than 12,000 cedis every month to keep myself alive. They pump my blood through the tubes. It goes back to my body. And this you do for 4 hours. As youth, regardless of your age, if you don't take care of what you eat, it can seriously have effect on your health and on your kidney as a whole. I entreat everybody that blood pressure is real. Our health is our wealth. Let's watch what we eat.
This educational message is brought to you by Sankofa Natural Spices. And remember, you are what you eat. Sankofa Natural Spices, 100% natural. DDE.
Back a day, Cowbank just credited my account with 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Wait, how?
You know the Cowbank Albacade promo? I deposited 500 Ghana cedis and they picked me as the winner this month.
Just like that?
Just like that. And the big one for the grand finale, one person stands a chance of winning 100,000 Ghana cedis.
I need to move money into my Cowbank account right now.
Cowbank Albacade promo, fully active. Deposit 500 Ghana cedis or more into your Cowbank account and stand a chance chance of winning 5,000 Ghana cedis every month or 100,000 Ghana cedis in the grand draw. The more you deposit, the better your chances of winning. Promo runs from 1st August to 31st October. Cal Bank. Forward together. Terms and conditions apply. This campaign is regulated by the NLA on the Carriers platform.
Cal Bank. Forward together.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hungry man say fix the country. Belly fool say fix yourself.
Okay. Now, the Minister for Roads yesterday was on the roads inspecting some of the road projects. We'll bring you his voice in a bit. But imagine a world where your power never fails, your data is always secure, and your business never stops. That's the world Left Signature Limited is building every single day. Expert electrical engineering services, cutting-edge renewable energy solutions, solar and microgrids. Left Signature keeps your world powered and protected. Our data center and cloud services ensure maximum uptime. Download the LEP Power app from the Play or App Store. Access the web version. Call 0256 111 811. Leftsignature.com is our website. Our office is at Lashibi North Celebrity Estate. The Cow Bank Abakade promo gives you the chance to win 5,000 cedis monthly, 100,000 Ghana cedis at the grand draw, depositing 500 cedis or more from 1st August to 31st of October. 5 winners will receive 5,000 Ghana cedis cash every month, and 1 active customer wins 100,000 Ghana cedis cash in the grand draw. Deposit 500 cedis or more and stay fully active. The more you deposit, the better your chances of winning. Use the Cowbank app or USSD via mobile money to deposit money, or visit any of our branch or agents to do same. You can also use any of our cash accepting ATMs. Cowbank, forward together. Attention female graduates, the Ghana Climate Innovation Center at Ashesi University is calling on you. Graduates ready to build a future in the fast-growing cashew processing sector. Get hands-on training, opportunities for employment, and the potential to start a business with the GPSCPII Women's Agribusiness Incubation Program. Whether you dream of starting your own business or building a career in cashew processing, the program is your launch pad. If you don't have an experience, no problem. Just bring your ambitions. Application ends on the 27th of this month. Apply now at ghanacic.ashesi.edu.gh. WhatsApp at 054-813-1154. This project is funded by Swiss State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, supported by the Ghana Private Sector Competitiveness Program, and implemented by the Ashesi University's Ghana Climate Innovation Center. Did you know that the mattress you sleep on can affect your health, comfort, and productivity? Many cheap mattresses are made from low-quality materials that can lead to discomfort, poor sleep, and unnecessary replacement costs. Choose quality, choose comfort, choose durability. We've done this for 6 decades. Latest Foam has been Ghana's trusted mattress brand, providing certified quality and unmatched comfort for homes across the country. Latest Foam, our showrooms are all over the country. 0302-231-155. LatestFoamGhana.com is where to visit. Latest Foam is your partner for life. Now, if you're looking for a world-class university experience for your child right here in Ghana, Lancaster University Ghana is the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa, offering students the same prestigious Lancaster University degree awarded in the UK, with a 90% graduate employment rate. Within the 6 months of graduation, your child gets a head start in today's competitive global market. Students can choose from programs in business, law, computer science, economics, and a host of other programs. Visit lancaster.edu.gh to check out the other courses and apply as well. Admissions are in progress. 0209607008. Lancaster University Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep. Now, your customer has not paid yet, but your business still has bills to pay. Don't let unpaid invoices slow down your business. With Societe Generale Ghana's factoring and invoice discounting solutions, you can get up to 80% of your invoice value upfront while we follow up with your clients for payment on your behalf. That means better cash flow and less time chasing payments. Let us help keep your business moving. Visit any SG Ghana branch or call 0302-214-314 today. Visit Societe Generale Ghana branch or call 0302-214-313 for more. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you. Some of your messages quickly. This one says, Gabriel from Kaswa says the lights went off at exactly 4:21 a.m. but as of 7:50 a.m. It's back. Hopefully it's stable. Okay. Good morning, CBS. No lights at Bawe since 3 a.m. Okay, yours is earlier. CBS, national grid is sitting dark. Imagine someone trying to cripple your country. The smallest strip in the whole country is in darkness. That is a very big problem. That won't fix the real issue. Caleb, please, those of us in Pong do not have our lights back yet. Okay, so thank you for interacting with us with those details. I have some quick dedications here. Dearest love, Lena, Mame Efua Owusu, Amamfo, Polyclinic. So happy birthday to you. I celebrate not only the wonderful woman you are. Thank you for being my wife, companion, and friend. This is from your loving husband, Albert Kofi Owusu, GNPC Supply Chain and Local Content. And then also kindly wish my daughter, Jordan Abba Adumako of Cornerstone International School, a happy set birthday from your daddy, Zach. Happy birthday to Benajima of Societe Generale Ghana Corporate Department. Wishing you long life and good health. This is from your colleague C. Broby.
Country hot, country hot.
Godfred, so Dakuman is back in the news though. And I've seen Herald focusing on the Dansoman Junction problem we've been highlighting.
Charlie,
yeah,
look,
it says neglected Dansoman Junction turns road into safety hazard.
It's like they've given up. And like a couple of weeks ago, I was telling you guys, it's been what? It's been over a decade of the road being like that.
The Dakuman there.
Yeah. So from Dakuman, when you leave Dakuman and you are either going towards Kanishi, or you want to enter Dansoman Junction, right?
Mm-hmm.
That entire stretch is gone. So there's supposed to be an outer lane.
Yes.
If you are entering Dansoman from Dakuman, it's impassable at the moment because there's stagnant water on that stretch of the road, and it has rocks there. A couple of months ago, my entire front axle broke.
I recall.
Yeah, on
you
that stretch
that.
from work. So now what happens is everybody who's supposed to use that lane is using the main road, the third lane of that road, as an entry point. Now, as you are making the curve, where the police people normally sit to wait for you to deal with you, that entire curve was Dansoman. It's rock. It's just stagnant water and rocks. It's just stagnant water and rocks. There's a water pump that somebody has been trying to use to get rid of, but you're basically pumping water from onto the road, which is also not good
the situation.
For the road. Everybody seems to have given up. As you make the turn, the first signboard you see there says "Thank you," and the MP's photo is there.
And it's not one you can miss, right? This is along the Buzia Highway.
Yeah, as soon as you make the turn, I'm saying when you turn the right like this, the first billboard you see is the MP's billboard, and it says "Thank you."
So you voted for him, so he's grateful.
Madam Obin.
Yes.
Madam Obin's stretch of the road. Last time she went to put some sand or stones there. Within 2 hours.
But what's the difficult? Is this under highway? This should likely be a national road.
It should be under one of the
urban
roads projects that they are currently doing. It's part of the Kaneshi, because you can see if you get to Accra Academy, there's a massive road work ongoing there. In fact, they dug out the entire frontage of Accra Academy.
Yes. Some drainage work is ongoing. That's a Garrett project.
Yes. As part of it. I think it will impact
go all the way
to
the
there. But I do not understand how we've not been able to solve that stretch problem for a decade. 10 years. We have not been able to solve that stretch, and it's gotten worse, which is why now the outer lane nobody's able to use. And the thing is, there are businesses on the outer lane, so now all those businesses are suffering because nobody uses that stretch. There's a fuel station there. There's a car sales point there. It's really, really bad. And up the road to there's some mortuary something up there, and the suspicion is that the water from there is draining through and going somewhere. So
that's a public safety, public health hazard.
We need to be careful a bit with what is happening there, but they really need to pay attention because it's really, really bad. The cars are really suffering to enter Dansoman, or if you are crossing that path to get to Kaneshie and join the main road that brings you to Graphic Road and whatnot, it's really, really bad. That entire stretch doesn't make sense.
It's unfortunate. Yesterday, some men, awarded road contracts, but now
he didn't award that right.
You are not taking.
Oh.
So your project is not been awarded.
Some men, please award it to somebody for me. I beg you.
I thought they did.
The common place.
I thought they did.
Who took that? Was it Maripoma or
it was Maripoma?
Then
they should take one of them that was.
Cool.
But you see, for some reason, I tend to think that our governments care about where the elites live, not where the regular Joe, you and I, reside. Why do I say so? I say this with all the hesitation I can command. If you drive through many parts of the city where you find elite homes, go to Cantonments, you go to Ridge, you go to Roman Ridge, areas immediately around Parliament, behind Parliament, you will find that the roads are somewhat in pristine conditions. And if you make the calculations necessary, you come to the conclusion that many of the political elites leaving these areas, people get to ask the question, why is it that many of these roads, you find that they are in top condition or compared to other roads in the country? And yet, every now and then, you find that government contractors or people given contract go onto these roads to level them again.
Maintain.
Yeah, that's right, properly. Yet, there are other roads in the country where the masses live, where the roads are in terrible condition, and for some reason, those who should care simply don't care about it. Go into Adabraka. I mean, it used to be a place for the elite, at least Ghanaians who could command a few things here and there, put up their homes there. Go there today. Many of the roads are in degraded conditions. And Godfrey tells us about, what do you call it? This Dansoman Junction Road, Hansonic, opposite where they have a company that sells
Can
fishing.
they say add Chado to the list?
Yes, Chado. In fact, yes, Chado is the new ish. If you look, the other day I went to visit somebody in that enclave. I was blown away by the quality of the roads.
The thickness of the asphalt.
Exactly, in the area that I went. And when I asked, of course, Ghanaians are like a voluntary information. You talk to somebody and say, oh, this is this person's house, this is that person's house, this is that person's house. And you ask yourself, are we in office to enhance the lives of the people we serve so that our conditions can also improve, or we are in office to improve our own conditions to the detriment of those who have elected us to serve them? There's a saying in our language that in other words, wa would the journey ma nkolano feeding no by all means we be you understand?
Exactly.
So, once you find yourself in public office, there are some perks that come with the position. But where it does seem that you are just enjoying the perks and the ordinary people don't find any benefits in terms of what they should derive from government in many cases, then there's a problem. Why should a road in Accra that connects to one of the biggest suburbs of the city be left in that condition for the past
a decade plus?
I mean, I know because when I was at Odoko official time, you passed the Glory Land place, to Kanishi, where I was, going to school, Manifold. That place was always a problem. But as Godfred rightly explained, it's deteriorated over the past, decade. You find the same problem if you are coming from on the George Wakabush Highway. Which one is the George? No, Obasanjo Highway. You're coming from Roman Ridge towards Abilingpe. Now they put up a fuel station just before the rail line. Anytime it rains, for some reason, rain collects there for a long time, and it narrows the road. The problem you find if you're going towards the Tesano Police Academy. You're on the stretch that heads towards that direction. To your immediate left after the fuel station, the total filling station, just after the Peace FM junction, when you're going down the road, you find that again, in fact, before and after. There's one before close to after. There's one close to directly opposite the filling station by the traffic light. And then also there's one you find almost next to the GT University. You understand? Anytime it rains for days, the water collects there, narrows the road, creates traffic conditions. And for some reason, we don't have people in the urban roads department who do some monitoring to earn their monthly incomes or monthly salary so that they can get this thing on the in-tray or is the out-tray, as Godfred would say, of the minister. These are matters that require attention before they become problems. But for some reason, we don't simply care. Why? Nanado's government was in office for 8 years, right? So no minister saw that problem and dealt with it. Now we have a new government in office. It's been 2 years since they came back. Yet that problem, nobody's attending to it. It doesn't make sense. We have governments in office to deal with problems like this. And you know what happened? Why I'm very, very alarmed. You see, these things start small. It's just one hole. They will fail to fix it. Then another hole develops. Then another hole develops. Then a whole investment we've made into asphalt washes away because instead of fixing the little dent in the road, you have not done so. Meanwhile, we have maintenance department. We have public works department, if that department is still functioning. And all of these institutions are drawing salaries every single month.
Yesterday, the minister responsible for roads and highways was on the roads, engaging some contractors and inspecting some of the projects that have been ongoing. He's been doing this across the country. We've been doing the community tracker. Yesterday, he spent some time in the Greater Accra region. So I want to bring you a quick highlight of that inspection, and then we continue.
The Minister of Roads and Highways, Governs Kwame Agboja, has inspected a number of ongoing road projects in the Greater Accra region. The tour included the Tema Motorway Expansion Project and work on the Tema Runabout at the Kwashi Interchange Corridor. The Minister directed contractors working on the project to intensify work, including operating day and night where necessary to ensure completion within the agreed timelines.
A project like this elsewhere will be done 24/7. There's no reason why you cannot work even more in the night than the day. So I'm encouraging you to take advantage of the president's 24-hour economy to do more of the disruptive works in the night and rather scale down during the day and make certain or dedicated lanes available for the public to use during the day. So that is very critical to us.
On the rehabilitation of the Tema Aflao Road being undertaken by Fair Sky Limited and BHM Construction Limited, Mr. Agboja expressed disappointment over the slow pace of work on the 17-kilometer stretch.
Right from the beginning, I get the impression the contractors do not intend to do the work because I don't see any activity. It's 17 kilometers. One gang doing a small culvert somewhere, talking about working on diversion. Well, diversion gives you opportunity to do actual work. So that can't even count as work. Maybe if those were the initial works you needed to do to get your right of way. But we can't leave 4 months and come back. I can't see much work going on here.
The minister also inspected progress on the reconstruction of the Dodowa-Afienya-Dowenya Road and the dualization of the Adenta-Dodowa Road. The contractor working on the Dodowa-Afienya-Dowenya stretch assured government that the project will be completed by December 2026.
Will you finish ahead of schedule? As promised, the president.
Yeah, it will be done by December, Afienya.
December this year?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I think Anita mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be done. We can achieve it easily.
Okay. All right.
So from Ashama Junction to Afienya Junction will be done before the end of the year.
Mr. Agboja also appealed to residents and motorists along the Adenta-Dodowa corridor to remain patient as construction works continue.
By November, we should be at Dodowa with the right-hand side throughout.
In fact, this one alone brings enough capacity to take the traffic. So, yes.
Well, this is a 2x4.
Yes.
That's 2 going,
yes.
2 coming.
Yep.
That's
Hello, plus the other one. So that's the service lane. That's good. Can understand when people are worried about this. But the good thing is that there's good progress going on. As the contractor said, by the end of the year, at least one site will be completed and be open to traffic.
So, Governor Kwame, inspection tour of the Accra-Tema motorway. We heard somewhere else the CEO of the company, Maripoma, pledging that they will work around the clock to finish the project. And so, the Accra-Tema motorway, 19.5 kilometer road, yes. Really important corridor. And I know you wanted to award more road contracts, but I think we should finish the ones we started first and then see how that goes. Yeah. As you know, roads are very critical to cities, so we'll be focusing on roads as the days proceed, not just roads in Accra, roads across the country. And we like the fact that a lot of you are sending us road projects to award. So we'll set up a tender committee and would award road projects to contractors based on performance. Yeah. This is still the City Breakfast Show. Time check is some 9 minutes to 9. Making a quick detour into something else briefly. I'm sure you've been following the controversies around the mining sector, particularly the government decision to revoke the license of Adamus Resources, alleging illegal mining and foreign engagement. Now, that story has been with us since end of April this year. So today we'll be getting an angle of that story from the head of exploration and geology at Adamus. Kotela is joining us to also speak from the perspective of Adamus Resources and how the license revocation is affecting their operations. What kind of companies Adamus, how many staff do they employ, where do they mine, is it true that they were engaged in legal mining from the company's perspective, and what all of this means for the targets we've set for ourselves in the mining sector. Before we get into that, Bell Malt non-alcoholic malt drink original is back with a bang, bringing you an enjoyable malt refreshment every day. It's smoother, creamier, and more refreshing than ever before. Carefully crafted with quality ingredients, the new Bell Malt is made for everyone who celebrates their greatness every day. So whether you're at work, home, spending time with family and friends, or simply taking a well-deserved break, the new Bell Malt non-alcoholic malt drink original is a refreshing companion for every occasion. And enjoy the rich malt taste and make every moment worth celebrating. Now you can share or you can join the movement by visiting your nearest store to experience the new Bell Malt and share your Bell Malt moments on IG and TikTok at Bell Beverages GH. That's Bell Beverages GH. You may also call for bulk purchase 0544 335 900. Bell Malt, sign your greatness. Bell Malt and new malt experience. So would you leave your front door wide open before going to bed? Of course not. So why give away your PIN or one-time password? These details are private and for your eyes only. Remember, do not disclose your PIN or OTP. If anyone asks for them, that's a red flag. Avoid clicking suspicious links, and in case of doubt, always pause, think, and verify. Spot the fraud, stop the fraud. For assistance, call 030 70 86 000. Omnibisic, not just another bank. And the Absa Auto Fair is happening on Saturday and Sunday, 22nd, 23rd August at the Good Park, Accra Mall, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for the biggest auto event of the year. Bring a friend, bring a relative, come and explore vehicles, enjoy test drives and insurance and affordable finance options from Absa Bank while you pimp your ride with new accessories. If you're looking to exhibit, book your exhibition space by WhatsApping 054 136 1237. All right, so on and around the 26th of April, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources directed the revocation of 3 mining leases belonging to Adamus Resources Limited following confirmed violations of Ghana's minerals and mining laws, according to the ministry. Now, the charge included the unlawful engagement of foreign nationals in illegal mining and activities commonly referred to as galamsey. In a press statement on Sunday, April 26th, the ministry announced that the Akanjo, Salman and Nkrofo mining leases of Adamus Resources Limited had been revoked with immediate effect. Now, according to the ministry, the decision followed investigation reports submitted by the Minerals Commission, which established multiple breaches of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, Act 703, and related regulations. All right. There have been various denials. The company has come out to say that they have not been involved in any illegal mining and they have not been involved in any breach. Eko Taylor is the head of exploration and geology at the company. He's joined us to speak briefly to these matters. What's been going on with the company since April 26? Eko, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thanks very much, and thanks for having me. And good morning to your listeners.
Wonderful. Let me get the full designation right. Head of Geology and Exploration?
Yep.
So you're a geologist?
I'm a geologist. I'm a trained geologist. I was trained here and had further training overseas as well. So.
Amazing stuff. So what does your work entail?
Okay, my work entails in finding minerals. So we are the eye of the company.
Okay.
We go find a mineral. We work with mining engineers to design the mineral. We use modern technology. So Adamus employ professionals, you know, and then we determine whether the minerals that we found is economic to mine. How do we mine it environmentally friendly, and then how long the company will last, and do the economics, and then make sure that the business is viable economically.
So you're a large-scale mining company?
We are a large-scale mining company.
How long have you been in existence?
Adamus has been mining over 20 years in Ghana. Adamus was listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. It's an internationally recognized mining company. When it's a large-scale mining company, we are not a small-scale mining company.
So over 20 years?
Over 20 years, Ghana. And we're still going.
Does government have an interest in the company?
Yes. The government normally has 10% carry interest in Ghanaian mining companies.
And what do you mine?
We mine gold.
Just gold?
Yes, we mine open pit mining. And before we mine, so all our let me make this things straight. All our mining leases are up to date.
Okay.
Our EPA permit, all our permits are up to date. Before we mine, Mincom will have to approve our mining design.
Okay.
Okay. We'll have to approve everything. How we're going to even protect the environment. So we work hand in hand with the regulator, and they approve, and then we mine. So we are mining because we have the license to mine.
Where do you mine in Ghana? Where are your concessions?
In Ghana.
How many concessions do you have in Ghana?
Currently, we have 2 mines, Adamus Resources in Western region. And then there's another one, Northern Ashanti, Konongo mine, that we are currently bringing up.
So is the Western region one that's operational?
The Western region one is that is operational. The Konongo one, we've started operation. We're ramping up to full production.
And how long have you been mining in the Western one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Yeah, that company has been existing for over 20 years.
All right. So when the government announced that they had revoked the Akango, Salman, and Nkrofo licenses, these are within the Western Enclave, correct?
Yes.
Are they the only specific areas within the Western Enclave that you mine, or you have other leases beyond the 3?
Thank you. That's a very good question. So we have 16 licenses. No, sorry, 15 licenses. 6 are mining leases and they've revoked 3. The other 9 are what we call prospecting licenses. That is where as geologists, we're trying to find and then move it into a mine. So they've not revoked all our licenses. It is only 3. And our processing plant is located on one of them.
So of the 15, 9 are in exploratory stage, but the 6 were active.
Yeah,
And
no, they are all active. 6
are active.
6 we can mine on the 6.
Yeah, I'm asking this because the announcement was that the government had revoked your Akango salmon and Nkrofo lease. So those are 3 of the 6.
Those so that one of them is Akango, then the other one, the 3 names you mentioned represent 3 mining leases out of the 6.
So which are the other 3 from the 6 which have not been affected supposedly by this announcement?
Yes, so we've got a list of them here. We have 3 additional mining leases on top of these 3. So
which are active.
Active.
When I say active, I mean, are people there mining?
Yes, we are supposed to mine there, but you see, mining, we mine, sequentially. There's a mine plan we follow.
Okay.
That's why we are regulated. So we mine 1 pit at a time, so we can contain our environmental impact on an environment. So those 3 we are going to mine, but we haven't started.
Which means that you sort of you dissipate your resources in a way to economize your tools.
Exactly. To maximize profit,
So is it fair to say that it was the Akango salmon and Nkrofo that you were
currently
actively engaged in
exactly
when the Minerals Commission and the minister did the revocation?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Had you had any complaints about your work there prior to the revocation?
When you say complaints,
had the Minerals Commission cautioned you? Had they given you any notice of breach of any of the laws around the lease for which?
No, but we work hand in hand with the regulator.
Okay.
We are regulated. That's why our mining lease is ratified by the parliament. Okay. When a mining lease is ratified by parliament, it means there's significant investment that has gone into that mining lease. And even if you revoke it, the parliament has constituted steps that the minister has to take through to revoke it because of that significant. So coming to your question, we work hand in hand with the regulator. They come to site, the inspectors, and they say, look, can you fix this? We fix it. But prior to that, we didn't receive any notification about any material issue that could have resulted in a revocation. So we were not given any notice.
The directive states that your company unlawfully subcontracted mining operations on your concession without obtaining the mandatory ministerial consent under Section 14 of Act 703.
Yeah.
What's your response to that?
That is what baffles me. I'm close to the game, and it's very, it saddens me when things are sensationalized in a public like that. Okay, so we've not subletted our mining lease to anybody. We can't do that. It has not happened. So the short answer is no, and I can confidently say that we have the evidence in front of me. We've provided the evidence. If the ministry has an evidence to show that we've actually done that, they can.
They also say mining activities were undertaken without approved mining operational plans or valid operating permits issued by the Chief Inspector of Mines as required under Regulation 81 of the Minerals and Mining Health, Safety and Technical Regulations Act, LI 2182.
That's also not, it's inaccurate. We are mining because we have the mining list. And before the ministry issues your mining list, you have to provide your operations plan. So the mining list is assigned or approved based on so we have an operating permit. So if they say we are mining without an operating permit, I don't understand it.
They also say the company failed to obtain the requisite approvals from regulatory agencies, including the Environmental Protection Agency, in accordance with Section 18 of Act 703.
We have a valid EPA permit.
As at the time that the revocation was announced.
Even now.
And then the fourth one, which is a very interesting allegation, that the foreign nationals, into brackets Chinese, were unlawfully engaged in mining activities, into brackets Galamsey, on the affected concessions in contravention of Section 99(5)(a) and (b) of the Minerals and Mining Amendment Act 2019, Act 995.
Thank you. I think that is what the basis of the original revocation was on. So let me give you a quick. I know we don't have enough time, but I'll give you a quick run on that. So what happened was we engaged the model we use, and that is what Newmont. So we are comparable to Newmont and Goldfields, is that we can subcontract our mining to a certified mining support services provider. So we engage a company called AU Field, in an attempt to fight illegal mining that they say we are doing. I mean, we're a large scale company. It wouldn't be even economical for us to be engaged in illegal mining. Let's put that aside. So we contracted this mining support services provider who has MINCOM certification. I have the copy. I can show you. I can let you cite it. That please come. So we can, where we are struggling to fight illegal mining, we want to sort of set up a community mining so we can mine it appropriately under our license. So we started engaging with MINCOM. Okay, so we entered into a contract. They used our contract to MINCOM to get a certification to work for us, which MINCOM approved. So we started engaging with them. This process takes time.
When did this process start?
It started in May. Last year.
25.
Yes. So even now the contract has expired. Okay. So we started engaging with them and also engaging with MINCOM to get approval so we can assign an area for these guys to mine for us properly. Okay. So it was dragging. Generally, we hadn't gotten, feedback. And then we said, okay, you mobilize your equipment, set up. So as soon as we get the approval, you are there. So we haven't even allocated anything to AU Field. So AU Field, we gave them a laydown area. They mobilized their equipment, and then they were starting to set up. Probably, nowadays people use Chinese equipment. Maybe they had technicians on site setting up. So in their report, in the ministerial committee report, they stated that when they went to site, they saw that equipment were being set up. So on the line, equipment were being set up. And they inferred that because they've seen Chinese setting up an equipment, they are engaged in illegal mining. They are going to do illegal mining. And based on that, they revoke our license.
Was there a rep of the Minerals Commission on the committee that did the investigation?
On which committee, sorry?
The investigative report that you have was...
Yeah. They are actually picked by the ministry. So I'm not sure.
I ask this because you say that the AU Resources is known to the Minerals Commission because you had started a process a year prior of wanting them to do community mining.
Yeah.
So my question is, if the Minerals Commission is aware that you are in conversation with this company, if a committee is investigating your conduct and then sees that this reps of this company are on your concession, then maybe they could say, well, these are the same guys who you reference to us, which I'm asking. So, okay, let me rephrase. What process were you taken through after the initial revocation for them to conclude that indeed you were at fault?
Okay, so let's go. I think you gave the background. The law requires that if you're going to revoke a mining lease, you need to give the license holder at least 120 days for the leaseholder to respond and even correct the issue. So all these things happen within 4 days. On the 21st, the Minerals Commission, wrote to the minister recommending that our mining leases should be revoked.
21st of April.
21st of April. So on the 23rd of April, the minister accepted it and wrote back that, yes, I approve that, revoke it. The next day on the 24th, we just received a letter that our licenses have been revoked because we've seen Chinese people on our leases. We've seen illegal mining activities on our leases. Okay, because of that, we are involved with illegal mining. Those are the basis of the original revocation.
Of course, that's important for you to point out. So my question now is, following this, there was a directive, I think, from the highest level for some engagement and further investigation.
Yes. So,
which is why I'm asking that after the initial revocation, were you taken through any process of investigation? Were you questioned as a company? Were your agents or assigns questioned as part of that process?
As far as we are concerned, none. No, we were not investigated. They just talked to people on a field. So we had to petition the minister that, please, we need to put the facts right. And then it is after that he set up a ministerial committee to now look into our responses a supposedly independent ministerial committee to review.
Why are you saying supposedly? Do you know the composition of that committee?
Yeah, I don't know. So I cannot confirm that they are independent. So that's why I'm using that word.
Did they interview any of your reps, agents, or assigns?
Yeah, I mean, when the ministerial committee, was set up, they did some interviews on site and people on a field.
Did they interview anybody in management?
Yes, site management, they interview some people.
So did you send them written submissions of your responses?
These are written submissions with all evidence.
How many pages?
That's interesting.
No, I'm just asking. So because the document you hold, so
that's over 24 pages, and the evidence are massive.
So you submitted that to the committee
as a proof. So we want to base everything on fact. Okay. So one thing we want to say is that please, the government has every right to regulate mining, companies. We don't dispute that. Okay. But our concern is whether those powers were exercised fairly, proportionately. If you've seen some illegal minings on the mining list, go to Goldfields, they are there. Go to any other mining company, they are there. And did they exercise that enforcement of the by the appropriate process, that Parliament? So the president giving you power to revoke doesn't mean you can do anything. You have a framework that you work under constitutionally. So that is what we want. We want the fact to be, and I think when we send our responses, they look at the volume. I'm sure they threw it in a bin. They didn't. If actually they read it to me as a professional, I don't think we should be here talking about our revocation.
So since the upholding of the initial revocation, what options has the company considered?
That's why we talk it to our legal counsel. After they're not looking into our evidence, we're looking into other processes because we believe the facts are there to back our case confidently, and I can speak to you confidently.
You said you had 15 different leases.
Yeah, licenses.
Licenses.
Yes.
Of which
six are mining
leases.
Yeah.
The announcement said that 3 had been revoked.
Yep.
So since April 26, 2026, what's been happening on the other 3 that have not that were not mentioned in the revocation?
Okay. Plus the other
9 that are exploratory.
And remember, these are licenses that we need to keep in good standing. So every year you need to tell the Minerals Commission how much you're going to spend on each license. They need to see that you are working on it to get. So now, the Mineral Commission and they set up an IMC that is now that have now taken over the mine, and they've dissolved our management. Okay, and they said they've seized the company. I mean, while Attah-Mensah Resources is a corporate entity linked to our employees, the asset, the mineral asset, is different. And our equipment and asset they are 3 separate things. So if you've revoked 3 licenses, what happens to the other 3 and the other 9 exploration licenses? What is it? That is where the company has actually been taken over, so to speak. We can't do anything, which is unfair.
So were your operations based in the 3 leases that were revoked?
Yes, because our plant, and you need a plant. When I say plant, that is where we process. When we mine, it goes through the plant. We get a gold out. It is located on one of the leases. So if you've revoked it, it means
so once they take over the site and the plant, it means you have sort of been immobilized to do anything.
Immobilized now they've taken over now.
So, but is it your understanding that on the basis of the announced revocation, you can still work in the remaining 12,
yes,
the 3 and the 9?
Legally, we should, because
but all the equipment you use are not
exactly
in your possession.
Now, Mincom and IMC are not. They are using our equipment. They are using our vehicles. They are using our employees. As I sit here, I've been banned from going to site. I've been found $10,000 for speaking like this.
So your employees are being used by the interim management committee to continue mining.
Yeah, continue mining.
Could that not be, in a sense, to avoid long-term loss, so that because mining is time-based, the IMC is saying, let mining continue. We've taken over. But if they had stopped work completely, that would have been sort of a greater error in the sense then that all of us will lose out. But at least the idea is that let mining continue. If issues are resolved, at least mining did not stop. Does that not make sense?
It makes absolute sense. But how it is being carried out is our concern. You could say, okay, we've petitioned the government. We are still investigating. We form an IMC. IMC is supposed to be a monitoring committee. You don't go and dissolve the management and demote some people. Yesterday, our general manager was asked not to like the IMC chairman has actually demoted the general manager. And he is instituting herself as a GM. Okay, so like you said, we're still looking into your issue. Continue mining. We'll monitor you strictly while the process is going on. Okay, because the company is still a corporate entity. Those are our assets.
So you would have preferred for management to continue supervising the mining?
Yes.
And then maybe report to...
Exactly.
My understanding of an IMC is that it's an interim management committee. Yes. So the management is new, but the staff are the same.
Yes.
So your expertise and your tools are being used to mine.
Yes.
But under different management.
Yes. That has nothing to do with the company. So like you said, interim management committee. And that was set up whilst the ministerial committee was working. And once the ministerial committee has finished its job, the interim management should be dissolved.
Of course, that depends on what the findings of the committee are. If the committee believes that the people managing the company should not continue managing it because of adverse findings, then they could say, let the mining continue under different management until issues are finally resolved. This is my layman's understanding of the procedure. I'm not necessarily a lawyer, but just...
Yeah, I think we'll leave that with our lawyers. But as a professional, with my experience, this doesn't happen.
But how many staff do you have?
We employ about 1,200 workers just at Adamus.
And are they all still working?
Yes, up until middle of this month, they are working under us. They were working on us. We're paying salaries even though our processing plant was stopped. So now, what is happening? You see, the ministry is not even communicating with us, and they've told the staff that now, from today going, Adamus is only is on the Minerals Commission. They don't even have to communicate.
So the regulator is the one managing the company for now.
Yes,
the regulator, the Minerals Commission.
There has been no official communication with us. You need to tell us what is happening. So now you say our management shouldn't talk to us at the head office. They can't talk to our CEO. They can't talk to. So we're going to ship gold in a week or two. Where does those proceeds go?
You don't even know if there's an escrow where the money will be kept until all issues are finally resolved.
Under which entity?
You don't know. You can't verify the quantity of mineral that will be mined.
Exactly.
So you just have to depend on what the IMC says and maybe what your staff will tell you.
Yes. We need transparency. That is what we are talking about. Let's be transparent, work together whilst the minister is looking into this further.
From what you said, Cortella, and by the way, I'm speaking to the head of exploration and geology at Adamus. They are contesting, both I'm sure verbally and legally, the revocation of 3 of their leases. Indeed, he says the company has been taken over, the operations have been taken over by an interim management committee led by the Minerals Commission. I wanted to summarize my understanding of what you said by saying that you do not think the revocation of 3 mining leases should amount to a complete takeover of a company and its assets.
Exactly.
Because there are 2 different entities in law. So you can say you've revoked my lease to mine at a specific place, but the overall company has other assets and has valid licenses to work elsewhere. So the revocation of the lease should not amount to a takeover of the company. That is essentially what you have told me. Have I characterized it correctly?
That's correct. And plus, as we've already put out there, we refute the allegations.
I see.
The basis of
and you're exploring your legal options.
Yes, we are exploring our legal options. So,
look,
let me say something. We are pushing for indigenous, and companies to, we want to localize, mining activities, and there are examples, current examples, and this is a Ghanaian owned mining. We are not saying diminished the regulation because the owner of the company is a Ghanaian. And more, we are not saying diminish the regulation because she's a woman. She's the only woman. She's invested a lot. It is not about personalities, but the public needs to know what is happening. We are not saying we employ 1,200 people. 60% of our employees are from the community, local community. This is a Ghanaian owned, from the executive to down, are all Ghanaians. 99.7% of the employees are Ghanaians. Significant investment has gone into, especially in Adamus. Over the past, Adamus was supposed to end in 2025. Okay, we've spent over $100 million to do exploration. Like I said, what exploration is. We've extended the man life by a further 16 years.
Okay,
and now you want to take it free like that? It is unfair. We are not saying we are abiding by the rules, but let's look at the fact. And the fact do not align with the revocation.
The story continues. Thank you for sharing your side here.
Thanks
on the
very much.
Citi Breakfast Record. Taylor is the head of exploration and geology at the, I can call it embattled Adamus Resources, a Ghanaian-owned mining company in the eye of the storm. With 3 of their leases revoked and the company taken over by an interim management committee upon instruction of the minister and the Minerals Commission. It's 9:19. A lot of things happening one morning. Caleb is just looking at me smiling. Yeah. You are going to become a lawyer. So a lot of the things you are saying, you are taking notes. Yeah, you are taking notes. It will come in your exams. Yeah, it will come in your exams. You know, when you do this work for a long time, even if you don't want to be a lawyer, you have to think like one. You know, because law is a beautiful profession. I think it helps you structure your thinking.
I was studying frustration this dawn when the lights went off, so I was frustrated.
Yeah. No, the lights. I heard you guys talking about the lights. It's my concern is that it's happened. This is the second time in less than a month.
Or a little after a month.
So, of course, the first one, the reason wasn't given.
Yeah.
This one, the reason was given in the specific area, but it's still concerning. And the way the light went off, you would know it was irregular.
Yeah.
Because it was a very odd time that it went off. Has the ministry spoken to us on this at all?
So Gridco released a statement earlier this morning.
Yes, I think beyond that. So yes, but we haven't had that.
Beyond that, we've not heard from the ECG or the Energy Ministry yet. Okay. You're right.
But has the situation changed?
Some persons have responded on my socials to say that they have received light. Others say they still haven't had their lights back on. So it's still a thing to monitor widely this morning. Yeah, for example, if you in New Legon, they do not have light.
They still don't have light.
Yeah. And then those in Kumasi also say they do not have light. Dowenya says same.
Okay.
Eastern region, no light. And then Bon. No.
Is it Bon or Bon?
The one NE. That one.
Bon on C.
Oh, this thing is taking too long for me to remember.
Engine Bon.
Okay, good.
NE Bon.
It's easy. I'll remember now.
Yeah.
So Bon doesn't have light. And so okay, let me see. This question is your light back? And boom, now says yes.
They have light now.
Yes, Tema says yes. Adenta Fafraha says no. Somenya does. Amajope doesn't. Takradi not yet. Afienya still in darkness. We are still in darkness at Dansuman last stop. Hohoi, no light.
What time is this?
Yes, and this is 2 hours ago.
Okay, so let's hope things have improved.
So hopefully.
Now, let me give you some good news. The University for Professional Studies, Accra, UPSC Accra, in partnership with the Catholic University of Milan, Italy, and E for Impact Foundation is inviting you to apply for the MBA in Impact Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Now, this program gives you a dual globally recognized MBA for Ghana and Italy with hands-on practical learning and experience. You get access to business and investor network and a full week in Italy for networking, matchmaking, and mentorship with international experts and investors. If you're an entrepreneur, a startup founder, career-driven entrepreneur, or someone with a big idea, this is your moment. Send a WhatsApp now to Dr. Andrews Ayiku, the program coordinator, on 0244 760 425 or email ayiku.andrews@upsa.edu.gh. So this is for startup founders, career-driven entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs who want to move their big idea to the next level. No employee or rep of Kid Ghana Limited will at any point ask for payment of any kind for any service rendered to customers. All valued patrons are entreated to beware of an increase in fraudulent activities that seek to defraud in the name of Kid Ghana Limited. For all 590 mobile game related complaints and enquiries, kindly call the official Kid Ghana Limited customer service line 0308 249 477 or dial star 959 hash or visit 590mobile.com.ga to play on your phone across all networks. All wins are paid same day and direct to your mobile money account. Don't be a victim. 590 mobile at Dawun Sim.
And we all know that silence when your rent is due. You can't pick the call. The shop is empty. You're pretending it's fine. The salary is finished 2 weeks ago. There's still a week to go. Your business idea is ready, but the cash isn't. That silence has a name. It's money. Bills breaks the silence, whether you need working capital, salary loan, emergency cash, or startup funding. Your Ghana card is all you need. So call Bills Microcredit today, 0596 920 833. Bills, break the silence. Bills got you. What if your daughter's education could prepare her not just for exams, but to lead, create, innovate, and succeed? LifeSource International School is that unique all-girls international school in Ghana, focused on STEM, entrepreneurship, leadership, and academic excellence. From Cambridge Checkpoint and JSS 1 to A-level, students benefit from dedicated teachers, hands-on STEM learning, entrepreneurial career pathways, and 7 habits of a leader. We develop confident, disciplined, creative, and critical thinking young women who are ready for the future. Admission is in progress. Scholarship opportunities are available. And so for more information, please call 055 955 2263. We are located at the Palm Junction. LifeSource International School. We don't just teach girls, we raise leaders. And when you buy anything, it's got to be the very best. Diamond 42.5 hour grade is the highest quality on the Ghanaian market. We've been in the business since the year 2000. We are rated green by the EPA. We have the affordable 32.5 hour grade, which is a good deal for everyone. Great value for your pocket. You deserve the very best. So make Diamond Cement your number one choice. Anyone who wishes to buy Diamond Cement should deal with the company directly. We are nationwide. Our factories, however, in Aplau, Takoradi, and Boepe, 0244 313 368. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond. Now, the National Identification Authority, NIA, wishes to inform the public and all institutions that a new law, LI 2523, has introduced important changes to how Ghana card identities are verified. Now, under the new requirements, biometric verification is now the principal means of confirming the identity of the Ghana card holder. So do not rely only on the photograph or physical appearance of the person presenting a Ghana card. Where biometric verification is required, you must use the NIA approved biometric verification system. Do not photocopy, scan, retain copies or images of the Ghana card, or rely on ocular or visual inspection alone for identity verification, except where permitted by law. Carrying out verification through unauthorized copies or ocular inspection is an offense under LI 2523 and is punishable by up to 2,000 penalty units or a corporate body. For a corporate body, and up to 1,000 penalty units for partnership or other undertaking payable by each partner or responsible person. Now, if your institution or business or agency verifies identities, then they take the next step and onboard onto the NIA's identity verification system platform, the IVSP. Get your system ready, train your staff, and begin putting in the new requirement. The transition period for institutions to onboard runs from the 27th of July to the 2nd of November, but institutions are encouraged to start their compliance preparations. Now, these changes are designed to strengthen identity security and prevent impersonation and fraud. For more information and onboarding support, send us an email, idverification@nia.gov.gh. Call now 0302 999 9306. NIA, providing future solutions now.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hello. Hello passengers, welcome aboard Air Tanzania flight TC235. This is your captain speaking. Honeymoon is heading to Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar. Get ready for unforgettable memories. Business travelers, we hope you also make time to experience the beauty of East Africa. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your flight.
Fly directly from Accra to East Africa 3 times a week with Air Tanzania. Whether for business or leisure in Guangzhou, Dubai, Zanzibar, or beyond. Fares are from $550 USD. Book now at airtanzania.co.tz. Call 0270-264-200 or visit our office adjacent to the airport post office. Transport your goods and services in Africa and beyond only with Air Tanzania. Air Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Eno, you know what our father left us when he died?
Debts?
He left us land, Eno. But Nanayo said the land is his. The court said, come back in 2031.
Hey, that's not an inheritance. That's a curse, brother.
Real Ejapade doesn't come with disputes. At Deftraco Woodlands, a 592-acre master planned gated city in Dawenya, your inheritance is waiting. Don't leave your children a court case. Leave them Deftraco Woodlands, the Ejapade they'll be proud of.
Visit woodlands.deftracogroup.com. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0537 675961.
Kofi, I think we need to call them.
Deftraco Woodlands, where your roots run deep.
Are you ready to advance your career, sharpen your leadership skills, and become a transformational professional? Welcome to Heritage Christian University School of Graduate Studies, Research, and Professional Development. Enroll in our MSc, MA, and MPhil programs designed for today's global leader. Flexible learning, experienced faculty, practical research, and a Christ-centered academic environment. Choose from a wide range of graduate programs in cybersecurity, systems engineering, accounting, HR management, public sector management, business intelligence, corporate governance and leadership, organization development and consulting, Christian studies, and more. Weekend and hybrid learning options are available for working professionals. Contact us through all media channels. Call or WhatsApp us on 053-237-3100. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Looking for everything made in Ghana? All in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creatives, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality. Connect with industry leaders and innovators. Experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, MTN, and the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
That's right. It's 36 after 9, and we are very delighted to talk about Women Arise 2026. What it is and what it portends for you and why you have to be there. The Vice President of the Women's Ministry, Kwabenya Branch, and this is the Action Chapel International. Madame Amarteifio Kodria. You're very welcome to our studio on a Thursday morning like this one.
Thank you.
We are happy to have you. So, first of all, you are the Vice President for the Women's Ministry in Kwabenya Branch. You're really welcome. What's the Women Arise 2026?
Women, first of all, let me say a good morning to your cherished listeners. And I'm privileged to connect with you on air just to tell your listeners about Women Arise, which is an annual international women's conference hosted by Action Chapel International under the auspices of our Papa, the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, and our very own Lady Rosa Duncan Williams.
Amazing.
Papa and Lady Rosa believe in empowering women to be role models and to stand tall wherever they may be. So this is a preparatory ground for every woman to say that your world is beautiful, therefore build capacity to enlighten your world. So that's all the program is about.
Right.
And we have a captivating theme.
Tell me about
the
it.
The theme is Women Shaping Generations.
Women Shaping Generations.
Indeed.
Wow.
Indeed.
Wow.
Indeed.
Wow.
So women make the world beautiful.
Absolutely.
And over the years, we have shaped generations.
And you keep shaping generations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can't let the next generation down.
Right.
So we are preparing to keep shaping.
Amazing.
Let it be in force, let it be in progress, so that we become role models to the upcoming generation. So that is why Women Arise is here. It is here to stay. Every year we organize this event to whip up the interest in women, to say, spark up, enlighten your world, let people know what you stand for, and then lead them on the right path.
So Women Shaping Generations 2026. And as it says, as iron sharpened iron, so a man another. So we are looking forward to some amazing speakers who will be showing up to help sharpen the women who are shaping the generations, right? So who are some of these speakers who will be, speaking at this very conference?
Okay, so it is interesting to note that this year we have elevated the Women Arise program, and our speakers will speak volume of that intent. So we have our very own Lady Rosa Duncan Williams, Her Excellency Mrs. Jewel Taylor, the former Vice President of Liberia. We have our very own Bishop Emeritus James Sarr, Bishop Dr. Irene Akwa-Hayford, and then our Lady Bishop Olivia Doche.
Okay. So when is this happening? Where is it taking place? And how frequently will it happen?
Oh, the day is here.
Okay.
It's right here.
Oh, today?
Today.
We're starting today?
We are starting
wow,
today.
Drum
we are
amazing.
We are starting today, and the grand opening, guess who is going to set the tone for us?
I guess His Eminence himself.
Oh, it is Bishop Emeritus James Sarr.
Okay.
Yes, with his powerful ministration today, I know it's going to be an incredible event.
Fantastic.
We are inviting we are inviting all to show up this evening. It starts at 6 o'clock p.m. and it's ending at 9 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
There are a series of events. So if you can kindly allow me, I'll run you through the program lineup so that we are all aligned. We can follow through and enjoy the program in the end. So today, the grand opening will be very powerful. I don't want you to miss it. It's at 6 o'clock p.m. If you have your white attire, you can wear it and come and grace the occasion for us. Tomorrow is a Friday, and we are starting the morning event at 8:30 through to 2 p.m. We are going to have an amazing program that ministers to single women looking for the fruit of the womb, women seeking to have an encounter with God. It is a time for us to connect with God. So women, let's come together on Friday between the hours of 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. After which we are going to have our skills training. We have to upskill women so they can have economic empowerment. So women will be upskilled through floral arrangement, and a whole lot of training sessions will be organized. In the evening, we are going to have a powerful session that starts from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and that will be led by our Lady Bishop Olivia Doche. Saturday morning, we call it our health, it's our wealth. So we are going to do a medical screening for every woman, every man who deem it fit to come around to be screened. It starts at 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. A sound mind and a sound body will continue to live longer. And this will be done in the morning. So it continues from 1 p.m. We are going to have a fantastic panel discussion because we have renowned speakers who have gone through the mill that women can look up to and then also fashion their lives and shape it for their generation. So the likes of Our Lady Rosa Duncan Williams will be on the panel. The former Vice President of Liberia, in the person of Her Excellency Mrs. Joel Taylor, will also be on the panel, and some renowned men that I want you to come. It's a surprise to know about them. And on Saturday, there wouldn't be any evening program.
Okay.
However, we are going to have a morning program, and it will be climaxed by the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams himself. So this is the program outline.
Right.
And I know it is going to serve our women well.
That's
so
very
we
beautiful.
invite them to come.
Well thought through, very beautiful and empowering as well. It promises to be. The National Prayer Coordinator, I believe, has also joined us, Reverend Richida Ahashi. Did I get that right? And so you are welcome. And what would you also like to tell us, for women who are listening, who are thinking whether or not we should be a part of this, whether we should pass through? What would be your call to action to all our women out there who need to be a part of this?
Yes, our call to action is that the awareness is to create that over the years, women have really created an impact in all generations. We have the example of Sarah, who made an impact and established a covenant with God. And in her lineage was also, out of her lineage came the Israelites. And it has stayed till now. We have an example of the mother of Moses. Through her courage and wisdom, she was able to preserve Moses. We have also an example of Ruth herself that we have used also as our key scripture in Ruth chapter 3, verse 1b. Through her loyalty, wisdom, and humility, she was able to join the image and also the lineage of David, and through that, Jesus Christ was preserved out of her lineage. Talking about Hannah, through her prayer, she was able to produce Samuel. And Samuel became a great prophet and a leader.
So
currently, we know that even our own Lady Rosa, that is our first lady. Talking about her, an American-born, a diplomat. She is an entrepreneur and also a negotiator. She advocates for Africa and also always makes sure that she's in the position of the economic growth.
So this is happening from today.
Yes.
Will end on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
It ends on Saturday. Is that a paid event?
No, it's not. It's free.
Okay.
It's free registration. You just have to register, come in, walk in, and then you enjoy an unforgettable experience.
Right. Will they also be streamed online though? Any
yes,
views
it
with
will.
that? We can join online.
Wherever you are.
Okay, great.
You can join us.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us to talk about the Women Arise 2026. We will encourage everyone to be a part of it. I've been speaking to Amma Trinibua Kudria, Amma Trinibua Kudria, Vice President, Women's Ministry, Kwabenya Branch, and Reverend Richida Ahashi, the National Prayer Coordinator. Thank you so much for passing through today with the good news of the Women Arise. We wish you the very best with this year's program.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Charlie, not again. And I need to return this car by Friday. No money and payday is 3 weeks away. How do I fix this? How? Bank loan, account setup, long process. Nah, forget it. Let me see if Papa can help.
Yes. Fafa from Bank of Africa can sort you out fast. From engine repairs to school fees or side hustle support, Quick Fix Loan from Bank of Africa is here for you. Call 030-224-9690 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com and take advantage of the Quick Fix Loan for salaried workers, offered at an unbeatable interest rate with no cash deposit required. Promo runs from now to 31st October. T's and C's apply.
Hey, Fafa, wait here. Papa.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group.
As a partner, Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Live your dream now at Eden Heights. Move into our beautifully finished and ready to move in 3 and 4 bedroom apartment or penthouses thoughtfully designed for modern living today. Enjoy the serenity of a secure gated community with a fully equipped sports complex, landscape surroundings, ample parking, 24-hour security, reliable backup utilities, and convenient access to shopping, entertainment, and everyday essentials. With up to 3 years interest-free payment plans and mortgage financing options available, owning your dream home has never been easier. And here's the good news. Pay 50% or more and move in today. Book a viewing now on 0501 531 444 or 445 and on our website at www.edenheights.com.gh. Eden Heights, the heights of modern living.
What will the world need tomorrow? Smarter systems, bolder thinkers, people who don't just use technology but build it as well. At Academic City University, that's exactly whom we train. Whether you're starting your undergraduate degree or advancing with a master's program, from business and communication arts to engineering and computational sciences, our programs are built with industry for real-world impact. You won't just graduate with a certificate, you'll graduate ready to solve, build, and lead. The future belongs to those who are prepared. Are you ready? Call 0594 030 308. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
Business owners, entrepreneurs, and investors, your next big business opportunity could be waiting for you at the Canton Fair 2026 in China, and Litina Travel and Tours is taking you there. From October 23rd to November 5th, join the Litina China and Dubai Business and Leisure Delegation. Meet manufacturers face-to-face and source quality products. Whether you're into electronics, furniture, construction materials, vehicles and spare parts, or more, this trip is for you. And after business, Dubai awaits with 2 days of premium leisure, exciting tours, and a relaxing spa treatment to recharge. Your visas, flights, hotel accommodation, B2B meetings, guided tours, travel insurance, and ground transportation all arranged for you from just $3,799. Don't miss this opportunity. Call Tina on 0244 260 789 or visit Litina Travel and Tours at Alisa Hotel, Northridge, Accra. Litina Travel and Tours, your business, your growth, your journey.
Looking to build strong, beautiful, and long-lasting structures? Then you need the right materials, and we've got you covered. At Rockstead's Building Products, we provide top-quality building solutions you can trust. For your roofing needs, choose our light-gauge premium steel truss. Strong, durable, and built to last. Pair it with our premium-coated aluminium and aluzinc roofing sheets for maximum protection and a sleek finish. Working on interiors, we supply quality metal noggins for solid framing, as well as POP, plasterboard, and acoustic solutions to give your ceilings and walls a smooth, modern look with excellent sound control. And don't forget, your project isn't complete without reliable electricals. We have high quality cable trays, electrical cables, distribution boards, switches, multi-sockets, and other electrical accessories for all your electrical needs. Visit us today at Taifa Junction off the Achimota and Sawam Road, or find us across all regions in Ghana. Call us now on 0544 338 041 or 0243 690 402. Rockstead's Building Products, quality and affordable.
City 97.3 Accra.
If you're a creator, there's something exciting coming up for you. You want to listen up. In these last minutes before we come to the end of the show, please pay attention. I have some amazing people in the studio who are doing something really exciting. It's called the Dentsu School of Influence. Dentsu School of Influence Ghana. Who are they? What do they have for you? How can you benefit? If you have a relative or a friend who is in the creative or creation space, you want to listen closely. Akosia Ochre Ajekum is business lead for Dentsu Creative. Don Rollins is CEO Dentsu Africa, and Lord Adanse is creative director Dentsu Creative. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Wow. So who is Dentsu, and what is the School of Influence all about? Who will take that?
Shall I go?
Great, sure, I know.
So we launched the concept 3 years ago in South Africa. It was a world first. And the purpose of it is, as Akosha was saying a little bit earlier, really to drive social impact. What we're seeing is a lack of professionalism in the creator industry. And a lot of that coming from brands. I mean, people don't want to get paid in toothpaste. And what we also see is that as this grows, people need to really have some pretty savvy business acumen. And we definitely see brands wanting to tap into this more. So we're seeing the budgets in the space double, triple. So a lot of space and movement, and really a time just to drive accountability, both on the brand side as well as the creator side.
That's a very good gap. It's an important gap that must be filled. I mean, a lot of the times the creators engage in some of these things, copyright issues, and the brands also have their own issues that they have with the creators. So this is a thought leadership conversation, right? Akosha, tell me a bit more about why creators need this kind of training and what exactly participants will learn.
Right. So I think without stretching it, we've seen how creators are involved in mainstream communication nowadays.
Absolutely.
They are all over the place,
Very
right?
important.
And we as an agency work with them. We work with clients also, and we have seen the gaps. It is very, very obvious, right, that brands are looking for something.
Yeah.
Of course, creators are also looking for something.
Yes.
But what do we do to close these gaps? We see the need for professionalism.
Yeah.
Because unlike mainstream media, for the creators, all you need right now is a phone.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And you become a media house. You have a voice, right? But how do you do it in such a way that whoever you are working for is happy with what you are doing? You are doing it right. Do you know the space you are playing in?
Right.
How do you position yourself for brands, for you to appeal to certain kinds of brands, right? So there is that whole gap between the expectations, the relevance, and what brands need, and what the creators themselves need to train up for to be able to close that gap.
Right.
So that is where we come in as an agency. As Don said, we identify this, and this is a global problem, by the way, right? There just might be peculiarities for our economy, but it's a global problem. So that's where we come in to help close the gap, where we equip them with skills, relevant skills to help bridge the gap between the expectations of brands and businesses and what they can do.
Lord, let's be clear. Who are we talking about? We're talking about photographers, videographers, bloggers. Who exactly are we referring to in this conversation?
Nowadays, that can refer to a lot of people, right?
You know?
Exactly. So what we are looking at is people who are creating for social media, for the social media audience.
Okay.
So you have your people who are doing lifestyle, fashion, sports, food, and stuff like that. So
graphics, videography,
as well. Anything that
pictures.
They are doing to create, and they have an audience.
Okay.
And that audience follows them for that type of content. So if your favorite food content creator is somebody who you have been following for a long time, those are the kind of people we're talking about. It's somebody who talks about fashion and lifestyle. They are always talking about their outfits of the day, and you know that this person, they'll be very good for a brand to work with. Those are the kind of people we're looking at. So we're zoning in on those kind of people.
Interesting. So who is paying for this program, and what do sponsors get for participating? Is this free?
This is free. Absolutely. It is free.
It's
we
free.
indicated that it's a social impact program initiated by Dengsu. So this is free. But we've been very lucky to have brands and businesses who see the vision, who've decided to come aboard to help us. We will get to that later, but we have a couple of brands who have come on board who see the vision of trying to sanitize the space, who have come aboard to help us. So
because these days there's been complaints about bloggers, man. They are everywhere and they are capturing everything and they're sharing any and everything at all.
Exactly.
And there's this huge creative who lost a big gig because there was an artist in Nigeria who sent him a message trying to do business with him. He was so excited, took a screen screenshot and shared
Put
it.
out.
And then the guy just canceled the contract because the guy wasn't discreet. So all these ethical issues, I'm sure you'll be sharing and training people on when they come. That's very interesting. So you also have the creator pitch showcase. Was that about, Dawn?
So when you put yourself forward
Yes.
to be part of Dane's School of Influence, we there's a link on our social media, Densu Ghana. You sign the terms and conditions and you fill in the details and you put in a video of yourself, a 60-second video of yourself. And we look at that and see, you know, whether we believe this is something that brands would be looking for. And also, very importantly, do you have a small following already of around 1,500 people?
I was going to ask, how small should the following be? Some of us have 10
your friends,
followers.
your family.
Where's the family following?
Yeah, your mom, your dad.
You know?
No. But it's important to demonstrate that you have a small following already, so we can see how you've built that following and whether you're really serious. And as soon as we run the program with you, we will choose 20 people to run the program with. These showcases, there'll be obviously lectures, but then the showcases, there's some practical work that we ask you to do. And this is where you get involved in a real live brief from brands, which is always exciting because if you're at the beginning of your journey, you never get access to brands like this. So it's fantastic for the cohort. In some countries, we've run this 3 times now, and like I said, it's in Africa first. So we are definitely leading.
Welcome to Ghana. This is your first here, right?
Yeah, we're super excited. We've been working on this for about 12 months now.
Nice.
So I think it's, you know, to be able to have access to the studio, which Lord will talk a bit about now, I'm sure, but to be able to have access to a professional studio, professional clients, and to be given the kind of training that you need to really run a business. It's about entrepreneurship.
I like this.
At the heart of
So
it.
is this residential? How long will it run? Is it in person, online? Tell me something.
Yes, so after the selection, which Dawn has dealt with, we select the first cohorts. They are going to go training, an immersive training program for 5 days.
In person.
Non-residential. So part of the criteria is you should be 18 and above. You should already be in the business, as she said, 1,500
following.
Yes, exactly. And
don't
you
go
should
and buy if you don't have it.
Don't buy. You know, look at organic growth. It's all part of the what we will touch on. So you should have some means of accommodation in Accra to be able to participate in the program for 5 days because it's going to be very intensive. Looking at what we want to train on, we are doing morning till evening every day for 5 days.
Wow.
You have to work on assignments, on projects, on group work, and finally there's a pitch on the last day, not on the last day. After the training, they are going to have opportunity to pitch to clients, right? That is where it gets interesting.
You mean brands will be present?
Exactly.
We get to pitch to them.
Panel. Exactly. Wow. You get to showcase whatever you have learned and apply it. And if you appeal to brands, you get on board. So that's the icing on the cake.
Lord, why shouldn't anyone miss this? That's my final question.
Anyone, I mean, if you're a creator, you probably miss this, but if you're not a creator, you miss this. But if you're a creator, see it as like you putting yourself in the room that you've always wanted to be in. And a room where brands make decisions and you understand how brands make decisions. And you are going to be in proximity with Ghana's biggest marketers who make these decisions.
So it's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Exactly.
Any numbers we want to get in touch? Is there anywhere we should call or how can we apply really finally?
So on our socials, you can follow us on our socials and you have details about, I'll come on with, there's a landing page. When you click, it takes you straight to a landing page, Densu Africa.
Densu Africa. Is that the handle?
That's the handle.
Okay.
And then you get to apply. You have all the information.
And let me say Densu is spelled DENTSU.
That's
so
right.
Densu Africa.
Densu Africa, but the most on social media is Densu Ghana.
Densu
on
Ghana.
Instagram. Yes.
Look, thank you so much. This is exciting. We wish you the best of luck, and we know people will turn up, and you have a great time. The first episode in Ghana will be a huge success. and you do it more frequently than you have in the other countries.
It's going to be an annual program.
We are looking forward to it. So Don Roland, CEO Dentsu Africa, Akosia Atria-Jekum, Business Lead Dentsu Creative, and then Lord Adanse is Creative Director Dentsu Creative. Thank you so much for joining us today. You want to announce the number quickly?
Yes.
So we have 2 seconds.
Just want to give shout outs to our sponsors.
Great.
At Telecel.
Okay.
At AB and Bev Ghana.
Nice.
At
We've
Ghana as well. Producers of Darling and Mega Growth as well.
Nice.
We also want to say a shout out to GTP as well for supporting us.
Solid. Thank you so much. Have a great one.
Them say life is sweeter than, but you for take it easy and make you know the rush and blow your meter on. Just get your hustle on, then be fly you day for land. Use your head and use your hand. Don't you envy brother man.
Thank you for doing the listening. My name is Caleb Kuda. Stay with us. We have Branch in the City and more relevant programming throughout the day for you. My name is Caleb Kuda. I was here with the entire team. Have a blessed day.
But in the end they go leave you lonely. So make your own story.